shirt, setting hearts aflame. Henry resilient, always in my way, but with breadth support, we gon' seize the day. So here's to the journey, the highs and the lows. With Brent by my side, the world's our next show. Austin St. John, making history in the making. With quotes on my shirts, there's no mistaking. Haters gonna hate, that's the name of the tune. But I'm focused on my grind, under the moon. Brent the millionaire, he's got my back. Together we rise, never gonna lack. Henry streams, trying to tarnish my name, but I'm staying true, playing my own game. With positivity and hustle, I'll clear my name. Austin St. John, rising above the fame. Austin St. John, making moves in the game. Quotes on my shirt, setting hearts aflame. Henry resilient, always in my way, but with breadth support, we gon' seize the day.
Friends in the house, and they tell you a tale about dreams and dreams and a hero in a red scale. Henry and Austin pulling at his heart. Two worlds collide, you're stuck in the park.
Brett, my friend, I've got something to say. We had good times, man, back in the day. Streaming and laughing, just having a ball. And now you're caught up in that Power Ranger call. Austin St. John, man, he's just a fraud. You need to see the truth, stop cheering the facade. Leave the past behind, join my crew. Together we can conquer, so much we can do.
Friends in the house, let me tell you a tale about dreams and dreams and a hero in a red scale. Henry and Austin pulling at his heart. Two worlds collide and he's stuck in the car.
Henry, my man, you know I've got love, but Austin's my hero, my guiding star above. Red Ranger for life, it's more than a phase. Stood by him through the highs and the blaze. I respect your grind, the strings are tight, but Austin's my beacon, my guiding light. Can't abandon my hero, can't leave him alone, but our friendship's solid like steel and stone. Friends in the house, let me tell you a tale about streams and dreams and a hero in a red scale. Henry and Austin
pulling at his heart.
Two worlds collide and he's stuck in the park. Henry and Grant walking the line between dreams and dreams. Yeah, we'll be fine. Different paths, but respect's what we show. Together we rise, together we grow. Austin and Henry both got a place in the heart of Brent. It's a shared space.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, Henry Brazilian, think you got clout. Talking about Boston, but you got no route. Smearing his name, what's your game? Your weak ass streams are straight up lame. Brent's on my mic, yeah, I'm calling you out. Austin St. John's with his raps about. You think you're tough with your keyboard crew, but real talk, you don't have a clue. You mess with my friend, now you mess with me. Your viewers are blind, they just can't see. Austin did nothing, he's a legend, bro. Or you're just another washed up show.
Brent's here to defend, gonna set it straight.
just second rate. Austin St. John's got the power, you see, while you're just a hater with a lame ass stream.
You sit on your throne, acting so bold, but your content's trash, it's getting old. I'm done with your lies, your toxic chat. Brett's stepping up and I'm dropping facts. Austin's a hero, he saved the day, while you're just here trying to ride his wave. Think you're a silly man, you're just fake. All you do is stir drama for drama's sake. I got no time for your pay hate. Unsubscribe quick, yeah, sealed your fate. Your viewers might cheer, but they're just blind. Austin's the real deal, one of a kind.
Brent's here to defend, gonna set it straight. Henry, resilient, you're just second rate.
Let's get it going, man.
And a resilient hero in disguise with Power
Something's off.
Rangers bright.
Gotta find
Ninja
it.
moves, he's sliding through the shadows. Grape soda, fizzing pancakes, flipping high. Juice squad standing by, whale songs in the sky. Him cook, Henry's got the rhythm, gonna let it flow. Go ninja, go. Let's start the show.
It's popping.
Liquid beats crashing, drum and bass on the rise. Henry's here to mesmerize. Power Rangers in the night, ninja stealth, it's out of sight. Choose a squad, whales in their mind, feel the beat ignite. Him cook, Henry's got the rhythm, gonna let it flow. Go ninja, go. Let's start the show. Electric vibe in motion now. Feel the power, show them how. Henry's beat will take a bow. In the night we'll make this vow. Let him cook. Henry's got the rhythm, gonna let it flow. Go ninja, go. Let's start the show.
Yo. What's up with y'all? How was everybody's weekend?
What's up, nigga? What's up for the weekend, nigga?
How was the weekend, man? It was a good weekend for me, man. Hopefully it was a good weekend for y'all. What I end up doing? Hung out. Nice young lady. Went to go get some tacos. Tacos. Then we went bowling. Went bowling, drinking. You know what I'm saying? Bowling, drinking. Everything that I normally do, you know what I'm saying, on the weekends, like everything I'm saying. That Minecraft movie, huh? I heard it's supposed to be really good. Was it good? I don't know. Was it good? I saw it did like 300 million worldwide. I was like, God damn. Would a 5-year-old enjoy it, Cayenne? Would a 5-year-old enjoy it? Anyway, today, quick stream. We need to be out of here by 8. They got a meeting at 9 p.m. So I can't be fooling around with y'all too long, you know what I'm saying? But I did want to harken back. I did want to harken back to the Austin St. John stuff. Ninjas is protesting Trump and Elon Musk. Oh man, y'all don't want to hear my take on that. I'm like, bruh. I mean, the young lady I with, she was real passionate about that shit, and I was just like, low key annoyed for a little bit, and I was just like, "You gonna protest?" She was like, "Maybe." I was just like, Oh God. Oh God. Hey, more power to him, man. Hopefully it stayed peaceful, man. Hey, I'm all for people protesting. You want to protest? Have at it, man. Have at it. But just don't impede on the things I got going on in my day to day. I think it was some protest in my city. It was like some hands off protest or whatever. It was small though. Like most of my state voted for him. So like how many people you think gonna be out there protesting? Hey man, did it change anything? Did the protest change anything? Is anything changing as a result of the protest? Like on Monday? Is our checks gonna be bigger? Is our checks gonna be bigger? Is our checks gonna be bigger? I don't know. But shout out to my man Answer 06. This is low key his stream. This is the Answer 06 makeup stream because we were supposed to end it off talking about Austin St. John opening up his dojo. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to end it right here. We're supposed to end it right here. We got about like an hour of this, but we do got some new stuff. We do got the Jason Font story. We got the Hollywood Unlocked. Yeah, I'm saying where they talking about Power Rangers. It comes out tomorrow. It's already loaded. It's already on YouTube, ready to just pop out on y'all ninjas. I guess this is season 1, episode 3. Are you excited? There's something wrong with the screen. I can't figure out what it is, in all honesty. There's like a black bar at the bottom of the screen. Let me acknowledge some more of these super chats, but it was a good weekend, man. Oh, gosh. It was so much juice running over. It was so much juice running over, as in drama, hitting. And I couldn't even, like, I was out and I saw people like, hey, it's some juice. And the lady I was with, she was like, hey, why are you on your phone? I was like, hey, I got a breaking story right now. Calm down. I had to be like, hey, I was like, hey, shut up. I was like, hey, when the content come. Now, she lucky Adept didn't go live, trash and XQC. I would have canceled the goddamn date. But that's what it was. And when I say juice running over, like the next stream, it's over for this ninja. We gonna ring the bell on him. I know he had a convention right now. What convention he had? Charlie's Con, right? What was the times on this? Shout out to Charlie, man, friend of the show. Unfortunately, he did. Oh, I think that's what's wrong. There we go. I figured it out. All right. That's what's wrong. Okay. Give me a second to fix it. Yeah. It's something. Anyway, he had Charlie's Con, and we ring the bell on him Wednesday, and we also ring the bell on this POS. Where's she at? Where Chucky at? Where Chucky in his She's Innocent video? He probably watching right now. We did have some correspondence here. I'll show you the correspondence. I'll show y'all the correspondence that me and Chucky had. Hold on. Make sure it pop up. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 second. Because I imagine not everyone is on Discord. I mean, if you're on Discord, you've probably seen this already. But if you're not on Discord, what are you doing with your life? Like literally, get your life together, get your priorities straight. Everyone should be on Discord. So anywho, this is the messages between me and Chucky, where I said, hey man, thanks for joining stream. No problem. The next morning I said, hey, where that video at, cuz? Where that shit at, cuz? He like, yo, I barely got 15 minutes ago. I got off barely 15 minutes ago. I have to set up. Give me a minute. We waiting. Give me like 3 hours. Bro, I said last night, literally 10 to 11 PSD. I'm like, Ninja, you said 9 a.m. PST. I have to account for the extra time I need to set up. Plus I have kids to take care of too. Okay, fair, but but I underestimate the time I need. I just work 14 hours, bro. I'm like, yo, when people say like, look, I'm just thinking to myself,
who fucking cares, bitch?
Who cares, dog? Where's the video? Where's the content? Bruh, be patient. Banger coming soon. Like here, let me make it so y'all can see it. Be patient. Banger coming soon.
Stop the cap.
What else? Tomorrow, you know, I keep pressuring him. Like, yo, tomorrow, tomorrow morning, I was too busy today. I'm like, bro, Ninja, we knew you wasn't, you know, and the last thing he just left me on real. Hey, what time the video dropped today? Or is it a live stream? This is me. This is me like, hey, you know, just following up. Hey, what time the video to drop today? Or is it a live stream? Nothing came. Nothing came. I mean, are we surprised? Are we?
Nope.
No, we're not. Anyway, let me acknowledge some more people. Shout out to my man again, you know what I'm saying? Chucky, stay away from today's stream. Need this ASJ stuff to come out. True. We got one man, guys. We got one man. And what happens as a content creator, especially when you're doing it live, people are vying for your attention in the chat. Sometimes they really want to get your attention and kind of like derail the show. And, you know, if you super chat, I really don't care. But sometimes it's people who don't super chat. And they will get your attention and they will try to derail you. One of the reasons I read super chats is because I can actually see them. They illuminate green, where like all the other stuff just kind of blend in. But we got One Man by Chucky. And it wasn't bad because I got the like snap. And some people said that was one of the funniest live streams. One, it was not planned. I had no idea he was going to crash the stream. I thought we got like an hour left. We going to finish out with ASJ. And then we going to, drop the link and let people come up and call it a day. Smooth sailing. But Chucky had other plans. He wanted some attention. And we gave it to him. And we actually caught this ninja like working, doing content at work and shit. That's that ninja at work making content, snitching on himself, letting them know, hey, yeah, I'm at work.
What's this, you fucking piece of shit? What's this?
Exactly.
Huh? What's this, motherfucker? What's this? Huh?
Yeah.
What's this?
There you go right there, man. So Ninja was at work making content, which is a huge no-no out here, but he didn't show up and now he went ghost. So Chucky, stay away from today's stream. Yeah, I mean, if he show up, I mean, I won't give him no attention unless he's super chat. But he probably watching. He probably watching. Shout out to Ray Zero who says, Henry, you saw Chucky live? Hell no.
Nope.
That's not happening, but you know what is happening? Y'all want to see something? You know me. Since y'all been here, y'all been rocking with me for so long, man. Some of y'all been here for like over a year. I'm gonna give y'all something. I'm gonna give you something that's about to send chills through Sky Frank. She about to be like, Henry, what the? Henry, wait. Henry, no. Henry, no. Henry, no. Don't do it. Nah, bitch. Nah. Let's do it. Let's do it. I know her goofy ass watching. You remember this? I'm sure you remember this guy, right? You got to remember this skit, though, right? You remember this skit? Oh, man. Do you remember the fucking skit, bitch? Let me stop. Do you remember this skit? What's going on? Oh, man, this black bar is annoying me. It's annoying me. Let me see something. I can't get rid of this black bar. Anywho, let's listen to this skit. I think that was everybody. Hold on. We got one more. Henry, let's drop the Sky audio in 2 weeks. Let's end this. He really trying to ring the bell on it. What if I told you, without even the Sky audio, the bell has been rung. I've received information that she has turned comments off on her Instagram profile. Now that's something only y'all can confirm. I'm like blocked. I know some of y'all still watch her. Or whatever. But you know, we got to take the gloves off. You got to get this filth out the community. Not everyone is willing to do the dirty work, you know? But me, you got people like me out here. I'm like O-Dog. I am O-Dog when it comes to these Power Rangers. You know what I'm saying? I am O-Dog out here, man. I just don't give a fuck. I'm like, hey, what about them? What about them? What about them? What do you want me to say? And they're just gonna repeat it. All right, hold on. When your dad is your hero, you know, when Bay's dad is your hero, this is Skit. But what if I told you it wasn't a skit? What if I said, nah, this ain't a skit? I mean, they filmed the skit and then they filmed another skit. What if I told you that?
You know what? It's a little chilly. I'm gonna go grab my food. I'll be right back. Woo. Yeah. Where were we?
That's funny.
What?
That's my dad.
Who?
The Green Ranger.
Girl, shut up. You crazy.
I'm not playing. I'm serious.
Tommy.
Yes.
Jason David Frank.
Yes.
Green to the white to the red to the red to the black.
Yes. Look.
Hey,
how fast you can roll?
What the hell?
You know what?
I'm all zoomed in on it. Here, let's get it going again. Here we go.
It's a little chilly. I'm gonna go grab my food. I'll be right back. Woo. Yeah. Where were we?
That's funny.
What?
That's my dad.
Who?
The Green Ranger.
Girl, shut up. You crazy.
I'm not playing. I'm serious.
Tommy.
Yes.
Yes.
Jason David Frank.
Yes.
Green to the white to the red to the red to the black.
Yes.
Yes. Look.
The infamous, you know, she only got like 3 pictures with the ninja. You know what I'm saying? You knew her ass was a scamming ass bitch.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
That's my hero. I used to watch him every day. I can't do it. It's wrong. It's wrong. You worship him.
So now he like, oh, I got trepidation about smashing my hero's daughter. Here we go. Here we go. Hey.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Where the white women at?
I forgot. She not white. She's Spanish and Indian, y'all. She's Spanish and Indian.
So, where were we?
Now, it was some Celine Dion music here, but I didn't want to take a copyright, so I deleted it, but we'll get y'all. You know, hey.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
What happened to her? What you think happened to her? Who you think filming it? What if I told you it's a Power Ranger filming it? Oh shit. What if I told you it's a Power Ranger? I recently been talking about filming it. Shit. Oh no. Now her getting blacked. Wouldn't be the first time, huh? Just her pinned comments are turned off. Okay. All right, just her pinned comments are turned off. Oh no, Cayenne, what are you talking about, girl? Oh no. Oh no. Allegedly. Allegedly. Everything I say is alleged. Everything, right? Oh, I am pissed off that my screen is like this, man. Eiffel Tyro Sky Frank. Oh my God. You have to wonder, right? You have to wonder. I wish I had the Tran Yang soundbite. Is it one after the other, or is it at the same damn time? Whew, man, life come at you fast, man. It come at you so fast. You be like, God damn, I was just chilling. You're like, phew. Oh, man. Anyway, shout out to said, damn, Blake and all the drama, man. When I tell you all the drama I've seen Blake Foster in, all the proof I've seen, it is detestable. I don't even know. It's indefensible. And for him to LARP and like say like, don't believe all the noise. And I'm like, bro, all the juice I just got. Oh my God. Oh my God. I think conventions may be over for Blake Foster. He might be literally paying his own way, paying his own hotel, paying his own hauling fees for him plastic morphers that he pushing. In about 2 weeks. In about 2 weeks. He'll be at Ranger Stop though. You know, everybody be talking about me. Maybe I'll be at Ranger Stop Atlanta. Maybe I'll pull up. Maybe I'll pull up on my Austin St. John mobile. You know, like this. Maybe I'll pull up like this. You think I can get away with pulling up like this? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I could pull up in my red, you know what I'm saying? You see my man. Hey, life come at you this fast, man. You be having a good day, and then next thing you see Henry Resilient going live, and you see your picture on the thumbnail. You like, oh shit. Like, could you imagine being an Austin St. John fan and be like, damn, man, come on, Henry, come on, chill, bro. And I just be looking like, no, I'm not chilling. In fact, a year ago, almost today, something happened. Something epic happened. I thought I saved it. I definitely got to preach to you guys today because it's the Sabbath. We preach on Sundays. Someone say he has a LinkedIn page with all his medical credentials. All right, here we go. In honor of Austin St. John Day. This is what I got for y'all. Y'all remember this? Put a 1 in the chat if you were here for this. Put a 1 in the chat if you were here. I know some people were here. Some people were not.
Is going to look to see if there's any t-shirts there from that. And look to see if there's any t-shirts there from that.
Hold on.
I'm not mad at any of them. I'm grateful for every one of them. And it's because A, every time they do it, I get stronger. And B, they just gave my new website that I haven't even launched. I haven't even launched it yet. They gave it a ton of press. So the second I launch it, the first thing people are going to do is go and look to see if there's any t-shirts there from that. And I never made one. Never made one. So people send stupid attacks. And that's okay. I appreciate them.
Stupid attacks. He said people were making stupid attacks because he said he wanted to make Hitler shirts.
They're doing good things for me. So and I don't even know if they have the wisdom to see it. I don't think they do. I mean, so as a Jewish fan of yours, I hope you don't put it on there, but I know there's a lot of people online that are pissy right now, and I just hope that well, that's just it. There's not a lot online. There's not. It's right now. I think that whole blurb has reached maybe 0.01% of the fandom.
Yo, I was just flabbergasted. He said 0.01% of the fandom. I was just like, either he's out of touch or he truly is believing the shit he putting out there.
Oh, white. And people out there really don't care. Nobody cares about Hitler, including me. There are great people in history, and there are tyrants in history. Yeah. Each of them had things to say, and that's just a historical fact. The only reason this got press is because I am who I am. If I'd been a professor, if I'd been anybody else, nobody would have blinked. Oh, he's teaching about this or teaching about that. I mentioned Genghis Khan in the past. Nobody's going, oh my God, he loves Genghis. Because I don't. It's a historical reference. They make TV shows and movies about these guys. But the second that I make a statement, people are losing their minds. And I really just, they do what they do, and that's okay. And I wish them the best.
I mean, that's part one. There was definitely a part two where he called me a trash YouTuber. But anyway, let's get into the content, guys. Let's start with a sermon from none other.
And they understand.
None other than one of the greatest preachers to ever walk the earth. All right. One of the best ones to ever do it. the one person that Marvin Sapp sermon. Sermon. Is it 2 P's? It is 2 P's. Okay. I needed to get this in front of y'all. Yeah, man, it's really messing up with me. I know what I did. Scenes. I know exactly what I did. Give me 1 second. This is what I did. Oh, main window capture. What the hell? Sorry, y'all. Like, I hate this blue, the bar at the bottom. All right, I don't care. I have to fix it later. Like, you see this right here? That's not supposed to be there. And I don't know how to fix it live stream. So anyway, let's get to our Sunday sermon from Marvin Sapp.
The cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed.
$20 seed, guys. 2,000 people. I need everyone to do a $20 seed. You know, I see we got 63 watching. I need all of y'all to do a $20 super chat. Okay. We just need that $20. Guys, I'm joking. I'm being facetious, but I hate prosperity preachers. And this guy is no exception.
I actually think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife, Melinda P. Sapp, was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap. That's swag. I was looking in her eyes. She's looking in mine.
Oh, nerd affiliated. He knows the lore. He said, close the doors. I said, close the doors. You remember at the beginning, like, I said, close the doors.
Can't do that no more. Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again,
now look, now he's charging his VIPs on stage $100. And thank you, Answer 06, who did that $20 seed, brother. I appreciate you. Now, if I could just get all 66 of y'all to plant a $20 seed like brother Answer 06, okay? You won't get your blessings until you bless me. That's how it works here in the house of Henry. You bless me, you get blessed. You don't bless me, you won't get no blessings. That's just how it works. I'm just God's messenger. Listen to me. I swear to God, man, you go to these churches, I just like, it's one big dude here. I just be like, I see him, and yes, he does good for the community, but he also drive a goddamn Bentley.
It costs to sit up here. I got you. Let's see. So put your
look, ninjas is busting out 100 blue faces right now. Like, fuck, man. This nigga Marvin on some bullshit, man. You don't believe me when I tell you these prosperity preachers will tell you if you don't give them money, you are going to like pretty much go to hell. And I'm gonna show you evidence of it after this.
20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically or even if you're giving tangibly,
oh my God,
I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it because I need to see 1,000 people move.
See ya.
Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the.
Put your hand out. I want to see ya. I want to see you come here. I want to look at you. Put the motherfucking money in the basket. Put that fucking money in the, and it better be 20. And if you on stage, it better be 100. Come up front. And we not leaving this bitch.
He's the one making people uncomfortable with his fucking memes and his trolling.
We not leaving this bitch.
He's the one making people uncomfortable with his fucking memes and his trolling.
We not leaving this place until every last 69 of you make that $20 super chat. We gonna go on. We not gonna get to the ASJ until you plant that seed. And if you don't plant that seed, you know, you're going to get evicted. You're going to get fired from your job. You know, the food in the refrigerator going to go rotten. And it's just going to be hellfire and brimstones upon you. Okay? Hellfire. I need to fuel my jets. You know, most of these guys have fucking private jets and shit, man. Look, y'all killing me not donating. I think this might be it. Quick, super chat. He stopped. Oh man, I swear to God, I can't watch. I can't take these guys serious, man. I just can't. It's just when I see their commercials, they come on and like, hey, I'm here, Pastor, blah blah blah. Come on down. And here now, look, I had to go to a wedding at one of these super churches, man. It was like a cult. Y'all think y'all are in the cult? And I knew that my homegirl who was getting married, she had donated a lot to this preacher. Likely 20% of her check, every check. And, you know, he married her. He married her. So for the super pastor to marry her, I know she dropped some dough on that ninja. I just can't do it, man. I just can't do it. I appreciate y'all though. Shout out to my man Dust causing problems. You know what I'm saying? Pissing people off.
So this is about Dust being an asshole. And he got nothing else better to do than to troll people and cause real problems.
What would you do if a homeless person threatened you to take down your playlist asking for a friend? I wouldn't do nothing. Actually, I got to update the playlist because I've been making videos about people and they haven't been getting their proper playlist. And if you haven't noticed, we got a lot of new people who subscribe to the channel. You can see it in the comments section. Like, yo, I just found this channel. I'm going to update the playlist. So let's continue with my prosperity preaching. Let's see what happens right here.
Take your phone and stick it on the bucket.
Put the phone on the bucket, nah? Now this is the most egregious shit I've ever seen because it's like he's now super chatting himself to say, look, I'm giving too now. I'm giving too. he break out the clip, count all them hundreds. He about to put 100 down and put it in the collection plate. Oh, 200. Sorry. He put 200 in the collection plate.
Shh. Giving is worship.
See?
Giving is worship.
See?
Giving is worship.
Giving is worship. If you don't give, you're not worshiping the Lord, man. I swear I can't stand these guys.
Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk.
It's time to give.
1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online.
What do you do if you in there, right? You like, man, I don't have no money. I just came as I am. I'm just here to, get the message of the Lord. And you over here, whatchamacallit, Hockley, she was a tier 3 sub. Yes. And you like, damn, man, like, bro, I don't even got it like that. I don't even got it like that.
You need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle.
It's easy for him to give $20. I understand that everyone is in the same financial situation and they're not in a position to give $20.
We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving. That's it.
Man, now after this, people would meme him.
It's lit right now.
But there are other prosperity preachers out here. And this is one of the biggest frauds out here right here. Ken Henderson, a.k.a. Shaq's ex-wife's husband.
Y'all go to running and dropping money, but let me tell you something. The poor will be with you always, and there is no blessing connected to blessing the poor other than getting back what you gave to them, but no multiplication.
In other words, if you give money to people who are poor and not one of these prosperity preachers, your blessings will not come back with multiplication. You give a poor person $1, you get $1 back. You give Pastor Ken Henderson $1, you might get 100 back in the form of a blessing.
Multiplication is segregated for tithes and offering. When you give to the poor, the only thing you do is help them, but you don't help yourself. So when you give $1 to somebody on the street talking about I did my job, God like, thank you, but it ain't gonna help you. Bible. Charity does not bring wealth. What? Only the tithe does that.
Charity does not bring wealth. Only tithe does that. Now, look, man, I don't necessarily care how people spend their money, but I would rather give my money to a homeless bum who's going to go buy a fucking a 6-pack of Natty Ice than give any of these prosperity preachers a fucking penny.
God like, thank you, but it ain't gonna help you. Bible. Charity does not bring wealth. What? Only the tithe does that. Matter of fact, you don't believe me? Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna preach on it.
It's one more clip. It's one more clip where he asked for like $2 million. And he asks everyone to give like $2,100. Now, Marvin Sapp got off easy asking for $20. Here he's about to ask every member in his church to donate him, to tithe him $2,100 each.
I'm asking 2,100 people to give $2,100 in the next 21 days.
What the fuck?
It was what God had given me.
What? What? You like,
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
like, you mean you just gave me a $2,100 bill? And if you don't bless him, you ain't going to get your blessing multiplied. And I just be like looking at these guys, man. And it's all, let's finish.
I'm asking 2,100 people to give $2,100 in the next 21 days. It was what God had given me. What I forgot to do, that I'm going to do right now, is remind myself that everybody doesn't have $2,100.
Obviously.
And the Lord convicted me on that. And I went back and I prayed about it. And I want to apologize for not offering an opportunity for people who don't have it like that. Everybody doesn't have $2,100. The Lord said, but somebody has $21.
Hold up now. Let me.
He just dropped the $21, but man, like it is some good, like these prosperity preachers be so full of themselves. So full of themselves. Like, hey, I need $2,100. You know what? Scratch that. Just give me $21. Now you're about to see this pastor absolutely embarrass a guy for just coming to church. Just a new guy coming to church. And I know what it's like when you're trying to find your home church. I've been on that circuit before. You're like, I just want to come to a nice church. Ironically, the church that my daughter goes to is probably one of the best ones in our neighborhood. But apparently I'm banned because my ex-wife go there. And this is why I don't go to church, guys. But, if you're religious, have at it. You tithe, have at it. But let's check this out.
What are you coming up here to do? You want to come take over the service? Huh? What do you want? What?
I just want a prayer, man.
Get out of here.
Can I get a little grace?
No, you can't. No, you get out of here. Get him out of here. Drag this bozo out. Pull him out. Hey, help him out. Get him out. And you know what? Anybody wants to come up here and take over the service? We'll throw you out of here, buddy. This church is not a free-for-all. This isn't an open mic. This isn't a karaoke bar. Okay? I'm the man of God here. I meet the qualifications. I run this church. And if you don't like it, then get out. This is not some church where every first-time visitor and brand new believer and people who've never even read the Bible are going to come up and take over the service. Not happening.
Now, the crazy thing is when I was like at one of these churches, there was like, if you're new, stand up. And I'm like, man, here we go. Here we go. So I had to stand up. Come on up to the front. Come on up. Come on, tell me about yourself. What bring you in here today? I'm like, man, I just wanted to hear the word and leave. I just wanted to hear the word and leave. I didn't want to introduce myself, but, me and the person I was legally binded to went up there and gave our spiel. But it doesn't stop there, right? Obviously, people is going to meme this ninja. Obviously.
Hey, man, I got $100 right here. Brother Dickie, get the collection plate right on that side. Nigga, get it around on that side.
This is more accurate to some of these prosperity preachers because it's all about the tithe.
Hey, man, I got $100 right here. Brother Dickie, get the collection plate right on that side. Nigga, get it around on that side. Just give the money.
Just give the money, as my man would say. But it was more. It was more like, people are just obviously going to make fun of this guy because this is how he looks.
Wait a minute, hold on. This ain't working. $1. What's this $1? No, we tried to do it the Lord's way. Now we're going to do it the good old 125th Street 7th Avenue way. Give up the money now. Pay the Lord.
You wanted heaven, now reach for it.
Give me the...
Hey, sometimes you got to get it like that. But it would not be lost.
That's the narrative that has been shared.
He went on Ricky Smiley and talked about how he's getting death threats. Let's hear his redemption.
That locked folks up in my church that, I made them give $40,000 and I wouldn't allow them to leave until they gave it to me. And to be honest with you, that is absolutely false.
Wait. Wait, it's false? Is it false? Is it?
And they understand the cost.
Is it false?
That is involved.
Here we go.
There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors.
Fucking doors.
Ushers, close the doors.
Close the doors.
Close the doors. Close the doors.
You got, hey, when you about to smash and she got the kidders, hey, close the doors. Like, when you at Red Lobster on that second basket of Cheddar Bay biscuits.
Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come.
Oh man. When you're kicking her kids out so you can knock Sonic rings out of her shit.
Close the doors. Close the doors. I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
But anyway, let's get back to him talking about how he's getting death threats now and how he didn't say, how he didn't lock people in, how he didn't force them to give $40,000 before the doors get unlocked.
Yeah. Number one, that offering was taken last year. This was a service that happened last August. Number two, it didn't happen at my local church. It actually happened at a national organization's international meeting where churches from all over the country, all over the world came together for the purpose of celebrating the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. People took issue with me saying, shut the doors. Understand?
Ninja, you said close the doors. You didn't say shut the doors. You said close the doors.
I never said lock the doors.
Yeah.
I said shut the doors. Shutting doors mean that people still have the ability to go in and out. They've taken issue with my tone. And I can honestly say, you know, looking at the video, maybe I was a little more assertive than I should have been. Maybe. And I can apologize for that. You know, I can apologize for that. But three things I need to make sure that people understood. Number one, the $40,000, if it was $40,000 that was raised.
I mean, Ninja, you know if it was $40,000 or not, man. Sometimes when you deal with these prosperity preachers, it's one thing that they always know. They know how much money was collected at the end of the night.
Was never given to me. That money was raised for the purpose of taking care of the budget for their conference, not Marvin Sapp. Number two, it didn't happen at my church. It happened in Baltimore. Number three.
Damn, you was a guest preacher sticking up the congregation for 40 rags. That's bold. That is bold.
You know, people take issue with me being firm with the ushers. Anybody that goes to church, ushers one-on-one, that's the first thing they teach you as being an usher, is that there are 3 times you don't walk. You don't walk during the altar call. You don't walk during prayer. You don't walk during the offering. One of the reasons being is because of the sacredness of the moment. But it's also about security. As a pastor, we understand and we know that churches are being robbed at gunpoint. It's happening.
I saw one church get robbed at gunpoint, and it was like by Bishop Lamont, and they think it was an inside job. And I think Bishop Lamont is now in jail doing like 5 years for fraud. I'll see if I can find the clip.
Sure. All over the country. This is not something I'm making up. This is factual. So if you got 5,000 people in the room, you want the doors closed. You don't want the doors locked. I couldn't get them locked anyway. It's a convention center. But the doors needed to be closed, and there was a lot of pandemonium and stuff that was going on out there. But I'm sorry,
Bishop Whitehead.
To share that first. But that ain't even the reason why I'm here. Here's the reason why I'm here. The reason why I'm here is because what has happened is people have taken clickbait and made something out of it that it isn't. And because of that, my church has been getting phone calls. People have called my church and cussed me out. My staff are afraid because I've received death threats over $20 and shut the door. People have come to our campus. They have come to my church to try to cause problems.
I mean, I don't know about all that. And I did find the Bishop Whitehead robbery clip, but they say it was people suspect it was an inside job.
Issues, challenges. And again, my children, I don't look at comments. We used to talk about this. You know,
Why do people always bring kids into the mix, man? The kids wasn't telling people to lock the doors.
Read comments. When you got millions of followers, you ain't got time to be reading all the comments. You just don't have it.
Right.
My children do. And they are afraid. And the reason being is because I'm their only parent. I'm a widower. You know, they're afraid for my safety. So now we've had to update and increase security and all the things I've never had to do before because of the vitriol and the anger that people have shown, the things that they've said in my
Who's their goddamn cameraman? What the hell?
And stuff. And all of this is because of a misunderstanding.
Why he keep rocking back and forth?
And I'm not blaming people. Let me be clear. I'm not blaming anybody because of their misunderstanding. I'm just saying in all you're get an understanding. And if I'm sharing with you that the $40,000 that I was trying.
I mean, I think by now people just don't believe that it wasn't his, man.
Raise. And again, I don't know if the organization got 40, 10, 20, any of it. I don't know. I'm hoping that I actually raised more money so that I can help the organization that has been such a great support to me. These people.
And again, let's be clear.
I don't give two shits what Ricky Smiley got to say, man. But anyway, here's the Bishop Whitehead.
Yo,
Yo. All right. Yo, all right.
Hey, get down on the motherfucking ground.
More than $1 million worth of jewelry stolen, all while a renowned Brooklyn bishop presented his Sunday sermon.
They took all of my wife's jewelry and took all of my jewelry.
Why you have $1 million of jewelry on? I mean, he's definitely in jail now for fraud. Because what he was doing was like he took like some woman's like $90,000 retirement and didn't give it back, didn't invest it, and that's ultimately one of the reasons that he got brought down.
And then they left. However, these young men didn't know that cameras were on.
The leaders of Tomorrow International Ministries, Whitehead addressed his.
Hey, look, they came in with the blicky. They was like, hey, praise God. He was like, hey, you gonna meet God if you don't get down on the ground.
Nobody move.
Whitehead detailed the incident on Instagram Live, captioning the video, "Yes, they robbed me in my church."
And when I seen the armed men come in, you know, it was specifically for me. It was specifically for me and of course my wife. And when I seen them come into the sanctuary with their guns, I told everybody, get out. Everybody just get out.
Whitehead says 3 people armed and wearing all black interrupted the Sunday sermon. He says one of the suspects pointed a gun at his 8-month-old daughter's face. At the same time, all of his wife's jewelry was taken. After that, his jewelry was also stolen.
Come on, hustle.
Whitehead said he chased the suspects out of the church where they hopped into a white Mercedes-Benz vehicle. At the time, about 25 congregants were present. Whitehead now says churchgoers are traumatized.
Right, everybody get out.
I mean, there's a video of it. I couldn't find the video under short amount of time that shows it. And like one of the dudes who robbed it, he's holding a gun like this and shit. He's holding it like this. And the lead attorney did like a great breakdown on how he suspected was an inside job. But guys, don't give the money to the prosperity preachers. Please give it to a homeless guy telling you they want to get drunk. At least the homeless guy's honest. Or, you know, ninjas like this wearing $1 million worth of jewelry, a Louis Vuitton suit, driving a Rolls Royce while like taking people's retirement. And now he's in jail for fraud. So let me know what you guys think about this prosperity preaching. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Oh man, I had to get that out so y'all could once I add the close the door soundbite would be good. But let's get into we do got some law, we got some 304 news, but let's get into I really want to get into the Hollywood dark stuff and then just straight ASJ. Then we should be out of here. Smooth stream. All right, so what do we got in 304 land? All right, so in 304 land, I'm really tight about this screen not working. I'm really tight about it. Anywho, let's see what this young lady got to say. You know what I'm saying? She might have some. Put a 1 if you would smash. I need to see something. I need to check something. I need to check something out. Why is like that's so odd. Put a 1 if you would smash or not. Anyway, let's hear it. Let's hear what you got to say. Oh.
Okay. They're playing dates.
Hold on, let me refresh it.
Guys do that you really like?
I like men that plan dates.
Okay.
They're playing dates. Tell me what time, when to be ready. Yeah,
you want to be told where you're going as well? Or
you ain't got to tell me where we going. Just plan it.
Just time and date.
Reciprocate the same energy that I'm reciprocating.
What type of energy do you give?
Oh, I give energy, baby. I give energy. I give energy.
Yeah, I can tell you got
spoil me, I'ma spoil you. Spoil me, I'ma spoil you.
I mean, come on, man. I get she may be looking like a little bird, but she got a nice body, nice rack. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that brother's starving.
But if you ain't spoiling me, I ain't gonna spoil you.
So how does a guy spoil a woman like you?
How do they fall?
How do they spoil you?
I don't care about money. It's the little things.
Stop the cap.
Okay, she don't care about money. It's the little things. Let's hear her out, guys. Don't be so quick to judge a book by its cover.
The little things.
So you like four little things.
Yeah, the little things.
So what's one thing that you like?
Take something off my plate.
Take something off your plate.
Yes.
What's on your plate right now?
Bills. The light bill.
You live by yourself?
I do.
Okay. So if a guy like pays the rent, takes you out, all of that, that's like somebody that you want. That's like your type.
Hey, pay a bill, ninja. God damn. Hey, just tell me how much for the night. I just want the night. I don't want tomorrow night. I just want tonight. How much for the night?
You know
how is it the equivalent of a light bill?
If you pay my rent, you take.
How much is your rent?
How much the rent?
How much is your rent?
Good 2,400.
2,400.
Hey, who is this ninja right here? Who is this ninja? He looked like he ready to pay anything.
Okay, but hey, listen, if you guys gotta spend 2,400, you know what to find.
Or is that the boyfriend? Is that the boy? Hey, is that the boyfriend? Who is that ninja? What the hell? They didn't got me with an advertisement. Shout out to the gum job people out there. You know what I'm saying? It's gummy time. Let's see what the gummy hitting for.
When I put my teeth back in, I'm not taking them bitches out. So I'm asking you one more time. Do you want to hear before I put my teeth back in my mouth? Speak now.
I'll have some.
Do you want to hear before I put my teeth back in my mouth?
Hey, this was the easiest answer ever, right? Oh yeah, I'll take some. How? Yeah.
Because when I put my teeth back in, I'm not taking them bitches out.
Oh
so I'm
my
asking
God.
you one more time. Do you want to hear before I put my teeth back in my mouth? Speak now.
I'll have some.
Do you want?
Hey, what guy is gonna turn down a gum job from his $3 crackhead prostitute? Huh?
Head before I put my teeth back in my mouth. Because when I put my teeth back in, I'm not taking them bitches out. So I'm asking you one more time. Do you want to hear before I put my teeth back in my mouth? Speak now.
I'll have some.
Hey, he winning. He getting ahead from crackheads. Meanwhile, this guy is 54-year-old and he ain't even touched none yet.
Before going 55 next month.
Okay, tell him.
I'm a virgin. I've been here 54 years. I've had no sex, and I'm all right with it.
Okay.
And I can't. I know it's unusual, for somebody.
So if one of my big booty friends on TikTok wanted to give you something, would you let him do it?
Not really, but I'll touch. I'll sure touch.
Yo, I just had a conversation. I'm just having a conversation with this dude. Hold on, holla at him. So how old are you?
I'm 54, going 55 next month.
Okay.
Holy shit. Oh man. Let's see. We got some Rican Ranger. It could be him. Could be that ninja in the chat. Ninjas be wanting attention. They be wanting attention so much. Like, that's what I'm telling you guys. When you become a content creator, and let's just say you just a little bit popping, you like, I ain't even popping like that. It's a chill Sunday. We about to do the ASJ stuff. Then you got ninjas like, look at me. Hey, look at me. Like, ninja, no. go get popping. Then we look. And last one. Grandma, she wants some D. Give her some D, y'all.
God damn it. I am trying to wear some slutty man, like a combination butt plug and backpack. Like, just shove that boner up my butthole and jump on my back. Because we got chores to do, and you're buying me lunch, bitch.
Holy shit. She said she wants you to put it in her back door and then buy her lunch. Any takers? Please book a cameo. Link in bio. Sky Frank in 20 years. Oh man. Oh gosh. Oh man. Let's put this boy in timeout 24 hours. There we go. Oh man, grandma is out here. Whose grandmother is this? Who raised her? She must have no standards. Hold on, we only halfway through? Did my internet die? Please tell me it didn't. Please tell me it didn't. Hold on. All right.
Fucking horny, goddammit. I am trying to wear some slutty man, like a combination butt plug and backpack. backpack. Like, just shove that boner up my butthole and jump on my back, because we got chores to do and you're buying me lunch, bitch. Please book a cameo. Link in bio. I am fucking horny, goddammit. I am trying to wear some.
Oh man, link in bio. I like these sound bites just write themselves. And shout out to Ray Zero who says 54, still waiting for marriage. I respect honest. Hey, marriage is, that train has left the building. Left the building. All right, let's get into something a little bit more our speed. Give me a second. This is, goddamn, man. People with their advertisements. These, like, People Magazine with their advertisements is crazy. Anyway, so what do we have? Oh, man, The Dark Secret of Power Rangers is coming out tomorrow. Now, I can't watch it live with you guys, but maybe we can, maybe I'll make a video on it or something. Clip the best parts. I still haven't edited the Chucky video. But let's talk about it. And let's not just talk about it in one way. We have some content here. Some good content, some brand new content, some fresh off the press content. So without further ado, there we go. What the hell? What is this? Oh, that's what was going on. I'm still tight. Oh, I knew it was crashing. I'm like, YouTube is crashing. I can always sense when it's crashing. I'm like, something is going on. All right, you said you need to show in the UK. No, what you need is a VPN. All right, get you a VPN. This goofy black bar at the bottom is blowing me. Pause. How can what happens if I delete this? I don't want to mess up the stream. I really don't. But I'm pissed at this black bar of nothingness that just hangs out at the bottom of the screen and I can't do nothing about it. So anywho, let's get into the dark side of Hollywood. Then we're going to do the ASJ stuff. Do me a favor, like the stream. Let's go. Dark Side of Hollywood, new exclusive clip. Miss Dubois, Power Rangers. I think this is recreated. I doubt they have like the original content. That's what they're making, because some people say like 1,300 and some people say 750. I really would love that. You signed the contract, man. They be so thirsty. And shout out to Aerostream who says this show may say whatever works for the narrative. They did child stars perception dirty on the last week's episode. Hey, I didn't watch last week's episode, but there is this new, I believe this is the exclusive clip right here that TMZ got. God damn, man, they sure do know how to advertise you. How would you rate it so far, Aerostream? When we were how are you breathing? Wearing something like that, you know what I'm saying? There's always somebody willing to do the job you're not willing to do. Remember that. There's always someone willing. Were you like, $100 to risk heat stroke? No way. Or someone like $100? Shit. They just now saying this shit, man. This would have been juice back in the day, but people, I guess, holding on to juice for what? Who the hell is this? I think this is the Ricardo Medina house.
Suicide.
Now, there you go. There you go. There go Eric. Threw the married couple off the boat. The Ricardo Medina knife. Tammy is in the interview. Why didn't they just use my footage?
Losing everything along the way.
Everybody in there. But I think Jason Font had a cool story. It appears Jason Font shared a dark secret, or Jason David Frank shared a dark secret with fellow Power Ranger Jason Font before obviously before he took his own life. The beloved actor, mixed martial artist, rose to fame playing Tommy. In the later years, Frank struggled with addiction and deep emotional addiction. Addiction? I don't know. On November 20th, 2022, Frank staying at the Texas hotel with his wife, Tammy, when he passed away. The evening two had gone to a country bar, were having a great time, she recalls, in the upcoming episode of ID's 6-part series. So she's going to tell the story that she told us. Hollywood, which explores the dark side of fame, airing Monday, April 7th. Yada, yada. The dark side of the Power Rangers goes in depth on the so-called curse plaguing the franchise, including the deaths, run-ins with the law, and tragedies before many actors fail. Hopefully they cover Austin St. John accurately. That's one. All they got to do is reach out to me. I could have been like their special correspondent on that. Like, oh, this is what's going on with ASJ. This is what you need to know. This is what you need to watch out for. You know, I could have did that for him. I would have did it. You know what I'm saying? You got to look out. You got to look out sometimes for those out there. But let's keep reading. Where we at? All right. In Frank's tragic case, when Tammy returned to the hotel, we were talking. He was like, I'm going to the shower. She recalls in the episode, she told, they must have seen this already. I love you, as she headed out the door to find some snacks. This is new information. Only reason I know it's new information because I'm like, I don't remember that I love you out the door. When she returned, the door was locked. She banged on the door, but there was no answer. Front desk staff called the police. Officers entered the room and found Frank gone inside the bathroom. News of his passing devastated Tammy and his children and left this many friends. Legions of fans and former colleagues shaken. Power Rangers alum Nakia Burris was on her way to a fan event when she got the news from another Ranger. So she said Jason is gone. Burris says tearfully in the episode. Frank was found with a cord. He pulled off a dryer around his neck and multiple drugs in his system. Dr. Drew Pinsky says in the episode, no one will ever know why the 49-year-old actor did what he did, leaving behind sons, Hunter and Jacob, daughters Sky and Jenna. Got the whole family up in there. That's pretty interesting. But in the episode, his fellow Power Ranger, Jason Font, says that his longtime friend told him something before he took his life he thinks may have played a role in the decision. I don't think he reveals what he said, he pulled me to the side and just revealed to me something that had happened. Foss says in the episode, the conversations that we had, some of them I'm going to keep to myself, but I will tell you this, he was really struggling with some stuff. And I think that's when I realized there was something else at play here that I hadn't seen before. Faust, don't they mean Font? Would reveal exactly what his friend told him, but clarified that it didn't have anything to do with Power Rangers or his wife. He wouldn't reveal, so he wouldn't say what it was. He just said, cleared the wife, cleared Power Rangers. The conversations had nothing to do with Tammy at all, he says. I wanted to make sure I communicated that. In the series, Penske says that Frank's depression, his belief that he was a burden to others, along with his withdrawal from meaningful activities, were all very troubling signs. But Penske adds, on the flip side, he had several. He had recently been posting on Facebook where he seemed positive. Shortly before he passed, Frank posted a video on social media telling fans about a movie he had been working on that was very proud of, titled Legend of the White Dragon. He is my best friend, says Tammy in the episode. I miss him. Hollywood Demons, Dark Side of Power Rangers airs Monday, April 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ID and Max and streams on Max. I have Max. I'll definitely be watching it. But I believe, it's ready to go. It's already, come tomorrow. It's going to be on YouTube and HBO, but What do you guys think of the story? Audrey Dubois said, while Audrey says the other actors didn't want to film, people behind the scenes, they took the $100. Mighty Morphin debuted in 1993, and we have it. Are you guys excited? Are you ready? Put a 1 in the chat. Do me a favor, share and like the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. I'm excited for it. I am. I'm going to watch it. I'll probably watch it. Unfortunately, the way Discord works, I can't watch it with you guys because they'll be like, hey, player. None of that shit. None of that. None of that. None of that. None of that screen sharing, goobly gop stuff. But we are at the ASJ segment at the perfect time because I'm trying to be out of here by 8 o'clock. We can without screen sharing. We could watch it without screen sharing. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I mean, if y'all want to do it, if y'all can figure it out, have at it, I suppose. But I ain't gonna do it. So anyway, there's 2 comments I need to find that I previously had where Austin St. John was talking about how, or not Austin St. John, someone said that Austin St. John was offered to be a Navy SEAL. We are at the segment. Hopefully we don't get one guide again. But I really want to get through this Austin St. John stuff. And shout out to everyone who popped in for where we at? Where we at with our goddamn? Where we at with our Navy SEAL comment? Oh gosh, man. The things that I hear, can we stream it on the Halfway House? Oh God. Hey man, it's crazy being a content creator. Crazy. When you got like people who are obsessed with you and like while you're sleeping, they posting about you and shit. You like, the fuck? You wake up, people like, hey, he posted it again. I'm like, what? What did he post? I'm like, oh, okay. Sky Frank is done, man. She's done. It's over for her. Francis rang the bell on her. And she only has Chucky to thank for it. I can save you. I'm going to make it right. I'm going to make it right for you. Look, trust me. They're not going to make fun of you no more. Ninja came up here and kicked the hornet's nest, and people was like, hey, man, we were just chilling, enjoying ourselves, enjoying the company we are. Did Chucky release his video? No. There is no video for him to release. That's the thing. He don't have no banger. You know? What is he gonna say to Trump? Francis reading an email from Jason how Sky is a scammer. How are you gonna trump that? What you gonna say? Sky lying? I mean, Francis lying. Francis using AI. Francis photoshopping stuff. You know how stupid you would look if you say that? Like, she's done. Like, Ranger Stop is it. This the year. This her year. She better get as much money she want from fans, as many simps as she can find, because next year is game over. It's game over. It's donezo. I mean, how can I say it? It is all right, let's get to the Austin St. John stuff so we can get up out of here. Austin St. John said what? Yo, I'm telling you, this is one of the most insane interviews that you're ever going to see Austin St. John give. And this was like back in the day, where I keep telling you the back in the day interviews are absolutely gold. You know why? Because none of them are media trained, and they think that, you know, the internet is not what it was when these these are recorded. So give me a second. I gotta go into my Insta where I got everything saved. But Austin St. John, man, Jesus, he has to be the most interesting man alive, right? He has to be. I can't see anyone else. And in light of Austin, we do have this video of him trying to escape from the prison.
All right, guys.
Got fences around here, but if you cross the line, we're gonna have to put you down. Sky could get casted in Rise of the Ninjetti. Oh my god, man. So this is really about Dust being an asshole.
So this is about Dust being an asshole, and he got nothing else better to do than to troll people and cause real problems.
Oh man, Dust being an asshole on the Sabbath, man. It's Sunday, the Lord's Day, and you out here causing this ruckus. Ruckus talking about this harlot, this Jezebel. we talking about this criminal, Austin St. Jonathan. All right, man, I got to stop laughing at my own jokes, but I do find myself to be hilarious. I do. I'm just saying. Oh, take a hit. You got Brent money now. Man, I don't want to talk about it, man. Don't like money and me is a sore subject. It is. I just made another video about my divorce because I said I'm gonna make a series, and I'm not lying. I'm gonna make a series, and I put it on my personal Facebook page. And I've spent $11,000 in 4 months paying legal fees. Crazy. But anyway, fuck all that. Anywho, let's run this back one more time.
All right, guys. If you want to,
this is the clip he gonna play at Ranger Stop and be like, I need security. They making threats on my life. Fucking Austin St. John. Ninjas, man, they love that shit, man. They love that shit. Oh.
Little cheerleader who used to fall asleep in the voice chat. You got a whole ass husband and a couple kids, and you falling asleep in another man's Discord like a little teddy bear in the pillow, falling asleep like it's free anytime minutes after 9. Falling asleep in the Discord.
Jesus, that clip is goated. All right, let's go. That's the equivalent
on time
of the Rock.
Well, let me go ahead and tell.
This is what this is the equivalent of the Rock saying this to him, man, while he giving this speech.
Shut your bitch ass
up. We got to get that. Ninja over here giving speeches talking about why MMPR is the best and is goated. And the sniper just come out and just hit him with the Rock special.
Army! So you rookies better fall in line. Let me show you how it's done. First things first.
Whoever made this, great eye for creating content.
Any more for the Power Rangers? Still no.
Got him lined. All right, anyway, let's get to it, man. Enough of all that. Enough of all that. that playing around crap. All right, we got work to do. We skipped the session. We skipped the episode on Friday stream because we got 1 minute. Has recently been discovered by none other than Answer 06 to putting together a nice collection of Austin St. John said what? Okay. Austin St. John said what? Now, in this first clip, what you're about to see is Austin St. John literally create a carbon copy of JDF's life by saying he opened a dojo at the age of 17. And if you know anything about it, he was a high school dropout. According to him, I don't know if it's true or not, because what comes out of his mouth is, if he lied to the government, you think he'll tell the truth to his fans? Huh?
Nope.
Anyway.
He says, I'll bring a bunch of my clientele because I just opened up a dojo.
He just casually, I just opened up a dojo. What was the dojo name? Where was it at? Obviously in Texas somewhere, but he just opened up a dojo at 17.
He says, if you come in, take acting classes with me, he says, I'll bring a bunch of my clientele because I just opened up a dojo. I'll bring a bunch of my clientele into your dojo to help bring in new people for your dojo. I was like, okay, fine. So I was taking these cheesy commercial classes, and really it was to me.
Bro, how are you just going to gloss over opening up a dojo? How are you just going to gloss over that? Some people are saying it's big cap.
Stop the cap.
Big cap. And I have to be inclined to agree it is cappity cap. Now let's get to the point where Austin St. John talks about him choking Jason David Frank. This is the guy whose life he wish he had. Short of him taking his own life, obviously. But here we go. Couple years ago, you don't remember me? Like, man, these ASJ fans, boy, they be like, you co-signed me last time when you were here. You gave me a cosign.
Awesome, good for you, brother. It's hard to remember everybody in all these places that I go, especially when I can't see you.
Okay, well, yeah, it's me, and I already got your autograph. And
well, thanks, brother.
Question I need to ask you.
Okay.
2 questions I need to ask. One, how was it like choking Jason David Frank on Turbo Power Rangers movie? and I remember your line. No, I'm the one with the muscles and pose. Frank cheese, but you forgot your brain power.
Hey, you still gotta love your diehard fans, man. I remember when I was doing other content, one of my subscribers called me at a movie theater. They was like, damn, man, I get to see you in the flesh. I knew you would be here. I was like, yeah, man, I got to see a day of so I could put the video out. It was for Black Panther, but you got to love your diehard fans.
You got it, buddy. There you go.
What was it like doing that scene?
Well, I remember when I came in, they had asked me, because I was originally slated to be the Red Ranger in the first movie with Ivan Ooze, and I turned that down. That was right as we left the show. When it came back for the second movie, they approached me for the second movie and the Gold Ranger series at the same time. It was kind of, when they asked me about the movie, they're like, hey, what are you thinking about, or what would you think about coming back, as the Red Ranger for the second movie? I was like, I don't want to be a Ranger. I was like, what? I was like, I want to be a bad guy. And like, we can't
Everyone wants their Green Ranger arc.
do that to your character. Like, you did it in the series. There were a couple episodes where we all turned evil. They're like, yeah, but you're like the guy that we can't do that to you. I was like, I'd love to be a bad guy. You know, red glowing eyes. At the time I was kidding about the red glowing eyes. And little did I know. And finally I see Shuki, who was Haim Saban's number 2. I see the wheels turning and he's thinking. And so they send me a script, and Kimberly and I, we get kidnapped while scuba diving or something. We weren't doing the hokey pokey, everybody always asks. And
Amy Jo Johnson absolutely finds him to be utterly repulsive. She won't even say his name. She'll just say, like, that guy.
So anyway, then we get dipped in this volcano and we turn evil. And I'm reading through the script and I see that there's a scene where I like beat the snot out of 3 Rangers in like 2 seconds. And bad guys, they always get caught with the monologue, right? They're winning, it's already done, they beat the good guy, and then they start talking. Always with the monologue, and that's how they get caught, right? So here I am, I beat the snot out of, I think it was the yellow and the blue, and then, you know, I kicked Jason Frank around like he was a play toy, and then I start talking. And I get dumped head first into a volcano. So how was it choking him? It was very easy. I just put my hand there, and because it was choreographed, it didn't take a lot of effort. But I had to flex and make it look tough. You know, I had to make it look tough.
I wonder, like, what was the dynamic? You know, I wish Jason was around to, like, speak on it, because I think he probably would have at this point. You know, I think they may have been, the beef may have been over. It's still like, hey, I'm not working with you guys. But maybe the vitriol may have subsided. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
but
that part is cool. And another question I was going to ask, I don't know if you can handle this question. But
oh boy.
Here goes.
Okay.
Are you going to be on? Are you going to do a cameo on the new Power Rangers reboot movie?
No. Sorry, buddy. No, I had some brief talks with them about the new movie, and we just don't get along. So they asked me to come back for the Super Mega Smackdown, whatever that thing was. Super Mega I believe you know, but yeah, that thing. They asked me to come back for that, but under time I was in the Middle East for the war, and I couldn't leave.
He was in the Middle East for the war. Here we go with the Middle East talk, man. Middle East talk. Anytime he say Middle East, he's trying to virtue signal for any veteran. That's all it is.
What I was doing. Hey guys, stop shooting at each other. There's a med kit, there's the rifles, there's the ammunition. I gotta go shoot this thing in New Zealand for a week. I'll be back. If you need anything, let me know. But you know, I couldn't do it. So, but I think that was the last time I talked to him about anything else. I know that recently they've been calling around asking about some other upcoming projects. And they have not called me.
Like, has anyone been on base with this guy to be like, oh yeah, man, he's a total fraud? Like, can somebody come out? The problem is not too many people care.
They called everybody that I've worked with, but not me. And I'm okay with that. You know about the order, right? How many of you heard of the order? And I'm not talking like the church. Okay. Well, you guys know we have 17 former Power Ranger actors coming in to do this movie with us. We also have Nichelle Nichols from Star Trek. We have Gigi Edley from Farscape. It was a huge international show. We have
Yeah, look at him hype up the order, right? Now, here's the thing, right, where he could say, well, technically I never held any of the money. And true, that could be very true. But if you don't think him promoting it caused people to donate to it, in order, and then nothing happened, you would be very naive.
We have another actor that I can't announce his name yet, but I can tell you he just came from, I think it's Supernatural. So we've pulled in some other pretty talented people, and it's going to be 90 minutes of action, just nonstop butt kicking. It's called The Order. We just got in the director from Star Wars. He directed Wanted with Angelina Jolie. He directed Star Wars episodes 1, 2, and 3. We got in a good buddy of his who's a fight choreographer. I start training with him next week in LA. So he and I are gonna kind of get together and do what martial artists do. Okay, what do you know? What do you know? And then we'll beat the snot out of each other for a while, figure out what we know, and then we'll put together an amazing fight. And
I guess, man, here's the thing with the order, guys. Understand we may have some people new here who don't know, who are unaware, but the order was Karen Ashley's baby that never came to fruition. Only thing that came about it was this $143,000 that was collected. And you got no movie for it. No movie whatsoever. Let's continue.
There's going to be some really awesome stuff coming up. So you guys should pay attention for this movie. It's going to be a great time. The Order. You had a question.
The Order. Yeah, it never happened. And what ended up happening once it finally never came to fruition, everyone just threw Karen Ashley under the bus. It was like, oh, you got to talk to Karen about that shit.
Sir.
How difficult was it to go from a actual martial artist to a stage fighter? I don't know. Where did he get his black belt? You know, if he has a black belt at all.
And I struggled with that. And it wasn't physical skill or talent. Basically what he's talking about are minute things that those of you who don't study wouldn't notice. And maybe even those of you who do might not notice either.
I can't stand this guy.
For instance, when you throw a crescent kick or an in-to-out kick or, out to in kick or jump spinning kick or any of these kicks, you pretty much are connecting with the spinning kicks. You're connecting with your heel because it's the hardest part on the foot. It's the most dense bone, does the most damage, and you can make contact taking the least damage yourself. You don't want to point your feet. You don't want to point your toes because those are the smallest bones. They're the easiest to damage. Well, the first thing they did when I got on TV, they're like, okay, now when you throw this kick, we want you to point your foot and your toes. I'm not doing that. Everybody in the world's going to think I'm a fake martial artist. They're like, trust me, everybody that's a real martial artist.
I think most people think he's a fake martial artist. Like, I think we had like messages where like Steve Cardenas said he was a fake martial artist or whatever. I would have to go through my archives, but I think the verdict's out, right? We know no one suspects him to be a real martial artist. Just a guy who talks like he'd been a martial artist.
Does this for TV because it looks cool. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. And after 5 or 6 episodes, I got together with professional stunt guys and other professional martial artists in the industry, saw that they were indeed real pros, and saw what they were doing fights. And we sat down and they would film one their way, and then I'd film one my way. And they both looked identical except for a few key places and pieces. And sure enough, their stuff looked cooler. And they're like, all you gotta do, instead of throwing those clean straight line punches, and keeping your jabs and your hooks all in tight, make them bigger. Make them bigger because it looks cooler. Well, it's horrible martial arts technique, but they were right, it looked cooler. So eventually I shifted gears, but I struggled with it a lot. I even went back to my original masters. I was like,
who is your original master? Who? You're
not gonna believe what they're asking me to do. And I told them, and they were like, it's TV, go ahead. We get it. I was like, yes, sir. Okay.
Someone said himself.
We were all pros. Okay, well,
show enough.
Out of the original 5, I was a martial artist. Even Walter Jones had some martial arts training.
I love how he just says the original 5, man. He's always saying JDF when he says original 5. If you ever notice about Austin St. John, that's what he always defaults to. Original 5.
And the stunt guys that came on were all pros. So, occasionally we might, slip a little one in there and it would be, a little bit of contact, but we never really hurt each other. We never had any serious injuries. There were some serious injuries that came from other choreographers with other stuntmen when, they put too much weight on a wire for a wire gag. But we never, and I don't know how, I don't know how many on-camera fights I've had. It's got to be 1,000 plus. And I never hurt anybody. So a couple times, you catch a little punch in the nose. You're like, oh yeah, good one, and they're like, oh sorry, you owe me a good one. And later you kick them in the kidney a little bit or something, but it's really about it.
Steven Seagal used to do that stuff, right? To the Stunt guys.
You're like, yeah, remember that punch in the nose? How'd that feel? So, but it was fun like that. It was never like, I'm gonna kill you later. You know what I mean? So I saw some other hands back over here somewhere. Go ahead, gray shirt. Can't tell.
Oh gosh, Austin St. John, man, admits to beating up stunt guys. It was fun. Hey, if he said it was fun, then so be it.
You, yes.
I just watched all your Power Ranger moves from your television. And besides, I was gonna defend myself. Even though my sister didn't know what karate move is, but I do from your shows.
This is your typical Austin St. John fan, man.
That's pretty awesome, buddy.
Like, yo, let's hear it one more time.
I just watched all your Power Ranger moves from your television. And besides, I was gonna defend myself. Even though my sister didn't know what karate move is, but I do from your shows.
That's pretty awesome, buddy. Good for you.
Oh gosh, man. Oh, ASJ, man. Those are the fancy like, hey, we need you get you on fan work, brother. Come on to fan work. We'll get you right.
Yeah, and I'm a cartoonist.
I can't draw stick figures, so I'm impressed.
Well, every time I draw Superman, and I did, I'm doing all the Power Rangers moves. Especially I was gonna find the bike that
Regular pussy magnet out there, boy.
dagger of the Green Ranger. Besides, green is always my color.
Good for you, buddy. All right. Next question. Go ahead.
That's Bizarro Brent. Oh my God. Oh no. Hey man. I told you, man. There's some neurodivergent fans in the fandom, and unfortunately these Power Rangers just be like, suck them dry.
Be quiet. Over here.
But that is definitely the type of person Sky would go after, though. 100%. 100%.
That is creepy. When you're hearing voices, I was like, is that God?
I've been watching you.
Everyone's loud.
So how do you think the show would have been different if, like, say, you and Savant had gotten along and you did get paid?
Hold on, let me make sure I can see this guy.
And you stayed on the show.
Well, I think you would have seen me stay for another 100, 200 episodes. I think the Red Ranger would have been in charge for a lot longer. So I wouldn't have had any reason to leave the show. But on camera and off camera, I chose to fight for what I believed was right. So
I'm sort of guy. I think he was homeless for like months after leaving the show. So like, imagine this, guys. This is where I tell you, like, everyone, Jason was not with the strike, even though they say, oh, we all agreed to strike. No, Ninja, you were homeless for months after striking. And where did it get you? Filled with regret for not doing the movie. I know the clip is out there. We've seen it. Where he talks about how he was homeless for months because he didn't have a job. And he was ironically being a bartender. And he said, if you're a bartender and you were an actress, you didn't have like your business right or something. And I think that clip got deleted after I like reacted to it. Shout out to Fanwork. Crazy coincidence. Let's keep it going.
Something we all got to do every day, right? Everybody worries. Everybody spends so much time worrying about whether or not people like you. It's really nice to be liked and loved, but let me promise you, the more important thing to worry about in life is whether people are doing right by you and whether you're doing right by them.
That's actually a good statement. Austin St. John is a broken clock. He's right, at least in 2 interviews in this life. But has he done right by the fans? Ironically, there has been no fans that came to me and said they had any scammer activity with Austin St. John. I mean, price gouging, sure, but no scammer activity for Austin St. John.
If you can make sure that's happening, then the who likes who is going to take care of itself. Make sure you're doing right by others and make sure they're doing right by you. That's what you ought to be worried about in life. And in my opinion, spend a little time sending up some prayers. That's helpful too. So you would have seen a lot more of me.
I think I think we're about to get some Middle East clarification right here.
So when you were filming, were you active duty then, or did you start filming back into the military after?
Hey, here we go. Were you active duty then, or did you start going to the military after? Great question.
Yes.
So when you were filming, were you active duty then, or did you start filming back into the military after doing documentaries?
So she asked me if I was in the service while I was filming. I was not. I was never in the military. I was a DoD contractor, so I worked for Department of Defense. I originally went into firefighting, got into EMS, emergency medical services, got my paramedic, and then I had these fighting skills, and I hated not using those. So I started getting together with SWAT teams, started getting together with police, was teaching them courses on how to handle takedowns and things like that.
He was teaching the police how to handle takedowns? What police department? Ugh.
And then I got in with a lot of special operations guys in the military who came into my dojo, and I trained with them, and they said, listen, man, we're looking for guys with your skills. Can you shoot? I said, my dad's a Marine. He's been teaching me to shoot since I was 5. So they found out I could shoot, found out I could fight, and I was a medic. And it was a pretty rare set of skills for one person to have. So it wasn't long before weird people in suits and ties were showing up and asking me funny questions. And then I was taking polygraphs, and I was getting investigated all the way back to my first grade teacher, and given some pretty intense clearances. And then I was gone. I just poof, disappeared.
What security clearance does he have? What level? What level? I know we got some military veterans in the chat. What security clearance does Austin St. John have? What lie detector? You said some funny guys were showing up with suits, asking some tough questions and putting them in a polygraph test. Like, what? Come on, man.
Stop the cap.
So it wasn't long before weird people in suits and ties were showing up and asking me funny questions.
Because you were a paramedic, you knew how to fight? Are you serious? Oh gosh. And people be eating this shit up like cat in the back. Please, Austin, tell us more. Tell us more about your time in the Middle East.
And then I was taking polygraphs, and I was getting investigated all the way back to my first grade teacher. And
did he go off? Did he try to join the FBI?
Given some pretty intense clearances, and then I was gone. I just poof, disappeared. Which most of you know, I disappeared.
Well, you know, like where's my fan in the Ghostbuster suit? Where's my guy in the Ghostbuster suit? Where he at? You know he eating up all this shit. You know he eating up all that. He eating up all that. Oh yeah? You did that? Say word. Yeah, I was over in the Middle East. You don't say. Oh yeah, man. I had to take a polygraph test. He was like, oh man, Austin, you are a really badass, man. But anyway, let's get back to her question.
Were you active duty then, or did you start going back into the military after doing documentaries?
So she asked me if I was in the service while I was filming. I was not. I was never in the military. I was a DoD contractor, so I worked for Department of Defense. I originally went into firefighting, got into EMS, emergency medical services, got my paramedic, and then I had these fighting skills, and I hated not using those. So I started getting together with SWAT teams, started getting together with police, was teaching them courses on how to handle takedowns and things like that. And then I got in with a lot of special operations guys in the military who came into my dojo, and I trained with them, and they said, listen, man, we're looking for guys with your skills. Can you shoot? I said, my dad's a Marine. He's been teaching me to shoot since I was 5. So they found out I could shoot, found out I could fight, and I was a medic. And it was a pretty...
There go the 3 skill sets to get people knocking at your door, right? No, you can shoot, you're a medic, and you can fight, so they're going to knock at your door. Okay, this is cappity cap.
Pretty rare set of skills for one person to have. So it wasn't long before weird people in suits and ties were showing up and asking me funny questions. And then I was taking polygraphs, and I was getting investigated all the way back to my first grade teacher, and given some pretty intense clearances, and then I was gone. I just poof. Disappeared.
Like, who believes this stuff outside of my man in the Ghostbusters outfit?
Which most of you know. I disappeared. So that's kind of how that happened. I think you have to go talk to her. I don't want her to get mad at me. Hey, if you have questions, why don't you just form a line over there by her? That way we can bang this out. And let's keep it to one question so I can try and get through folks.
All right, we can skip a little bit ahead to the 32-minute mark. Yeah, I'm saying, like, shout out to my man Answer 06 for putting this all together.
My first huge experience was at Universal Studios. It was a rock star moment for all of us. I mean, the crowds were just packed. They were chanting our names. We were supposed to do one show with 1,000 people. But when people started camping out in line at Universal's.
I mean, his stories are not boring. They just like so out there, Bonzilla. They just so out there. You'd be like, what? Like, we still haven't got to the bottom of him opening a dojo at 17. How many people are opening a dojo before they graduate? How many people in a dojo who has a dojo are training Navy SEALs and local police on grappling and with all that other goofy shit?
Universal Studios 2 days in advance to get tickets. They figured out they were in trouble, so they moved us to their biggest amphitheater, which I think held 6,000 people. We turned it into 5 shows and still turned away tens of thousands because we couldn't get enough in for other shows. And you guys remember Star Trek, or maybe Star Trek, Star Wars, whenever they go to warp speed and you see the stars that like, and they flash and turn into those streaks? I remember coming up on stage. I was the last one to be introduced. They had the other 5 come up already, and they called me up, and I mean, people, Jason. It's like, this is...
Were they talking about Jason David Frank?
Challenging my manhood?
Really weird. And, but I mean, the hair on the back of my neck was standing up. The adrenaline was just driving through my veins. And they had told me when we rehearsed this, there was going to be pyrotechnics. They were going to light off these huge explosions when I did this backflip off this huge stage. And I came up to the stage, and it was a 20-foot platform, and I stood there. First set of pyrotechnics went off. I turned around, put my back to the crowd, and did this huge backflip off of the top of this platform, and then stuck it and went into a martial arts kata.
Where's the footage? Where's the footage of him sticking it? Where's the footage?
And it was absolute insanity. I mean, I can't describe what it is to have people like that just screaming your name, and it was wild. So those were a couple of my moments.
Oh man, y'all buying this? Y'all buying what he's selling? He stuck the landing and went into a karate move. Francis hit it. He always has to be the most popular, the most skilled, the most wanted. It's an ego thing, man. Like, that's like me coming out here like, yo, I'm the most watched. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what accolades people use these days. I got the most watch hours, you know what I'm saying, on Twitch and YouTube for Power Ranger content, Ninja.
Throughout all the people who had to play the Red Ranger throughout the whole series, what's like still being the face of the Red Ranger, like well known throughout all the rest?
Wait.
You know, there's only one first to anything. Think of Star Trek. Everybody immediately thinks Captain Kirk. You know, there were other...
Hey, shout out to the lady doing sign language, you know what I'm saying? She out here.
That did admirable work.
But let's go to him talking about his time doing EMS at the 36:28 mark, which is right here.
It was really neat. They called me up. I was working for the fire department in the southern DC, Northern Virginia area, and I'd forgotten all about TV. You know, I was going to college, paying my way through college, bartending, and
there go that bartender. Remember, like, go watch that fan work video. That said, if you were an actor and you bartended, you failed. You didn't manage your business right. Or it was a server, not bartender.
You know, I was working at a fire department, trying to save lives like everybody else, running into burning buildings other people are running out of. Not too bright, but I loved it.
Where was the fire? Like, I want to verify everything I can about this guy's past. I want to verify every detail that's publicly available.
And I think it was an email or phone call I got, and they were like, hey, what would you think about coming back to do an episode with all the Red Rangers? I was like, well, what do you mean all the Red Rangers? How many could there be? Like 2, 3? I didn't realize that after we left, Hyman decided he was going to change the cast every season because he didn't want people getting super connected to one group anymore, because that's what
he got you to thank for that, Austin.
Happened with our show. And they were like, no, there's been 11, but there's only going to be 10 in this episode. I was like, my jaw hit the floor. And I said, yeah, well, you know, how much time do you need? I mean, I'm a working man now. I can only take so much time off of work to come do this. They said, we need you for 2 days. So I flew out and I got to meet the other 10. And they sent me the script and it was really cool. They had me coming in at the last moment. And my line that everybody still gives me, says I love anyway. It was like, you didn't think I was going to let you do this without the original Red Ranger, did you?
You know he would probably take credit for writing it, right?
So, you know, it was really cool. You know, it was a little weird when they were like, hey, man, I grew up watching you. I was like, awkward. I'm not that old, man.
Yeah, that's the craziest. I said the same thing. I was like, hey, you were part of my childhood. He was like, oh, happy to be a part of it, man.
But people don't understand how young I was on this show. I was 17. Why they put me in charge is beyond.
17 on the show with a dojo, teaching special forces and cops. That should let you know, like, wait, man, the math ain't mathing. You mean to tell me, Austin, you, ASJ, teaching the cops, teaching special forces at 17 in your own dojo that you own? Please, somebody ask him about this goddamn dojo. We need the name of it. We need the address of it. How did he do it at 17? Because you can't get no business license at 17. I'm just let you know.
Beyond me, but you know, it's kind of how it went. So it was cool.
So my question is how did you get?
All right. We're still going. Now he's about to talk about martial arts again.
Started martial arts, and what was the most rewarding, period or moment as a martial artist?
Well, my father has been in martial arts his whole life before me. I got started at the age of 5, and he brought me into the arts. We started with Kenpo, which was his base style. And from there, I mean, he was a Marine. We traveled constantly. So I had a choice every 9 months when we moved. It was quit or take what was available at the next base, next area we lived. So I learned really quick. I wasn't a quitter, and I studied whatever was available wherever I went as much as I could. My first martial art outside of my father was judo. And after judo, I mean, Tang Sudo, Shinkido, Pabangdo.
Where's his belt? I mean, like, what did he ever achieve anything of these? Or is it like, like my daughter, where she does certain things and she gets promoted, but she actually be learning it, and then she got to take a test. Shout out to Suspect 13, who says, "Where was the fire, Jason? You couldn't save your own team from getting fired. God damn. True. Oh man. Shout out to you, Suspect 13. Thank you. Oh man, I love that when people super chat them zingers.
And then I went on and on. I probably had my fingers in 23, 24 different arts today.
23, 24 different arts? Oh my, 23 to 24 different martial arts. He got to be the most dangerous man walking the goddamn earth, right? 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 He has to be.
Nope.
So there's times where I've kind of laid off for a few years. While I was overseas for the war, I mean, we pretty much did combatives. I worked with the soldiers and Marines, and I would take what they knew and we'd add a few things here and there and do some cool stuff like that. But I think probably one of the most not gratifying, but one of the moments where I knew I still believe in the old martial arts.
Of course he does. He's Ricky Tan. Not he's Ricky Tan. All right, guys, I'm gonna have to pull a Ricky Tan for the people who don't know. 17, I was focused on class and being a teenager. Hey, yeah, you was starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Shit, at 17, I was clapping cheeks. Shit. Yeah, 17, I was clapping cheeks. Hey, man, I was clapping them regular. And that's the problem why I am today, because my girlfriend at 17 was on birth control. So we used the condom for like the first month. And then after that, she was like, I'm on birth control, just yam up in me. And it just fucked up my whole life, man. My whole life. Shout out to my man Aerostream. He said 20 styles, yet he still gets his ass destroyed. Yeah, like it was like some beef between him and like Dan Southworth, where Austin was like allegedly jealous of Dan Southworth because he was a true martial artist and he could do the moves that Austin couldn't. And they would like have to, at first, they would film them like back to back. But what will happen was Austin would see Dan's and he'd be like, I want to reshoot. I could do it better. And then they realized how much Austin was costing the production team with all these reshoots trying to compete with Dan Southworth. And I think this was in like Forever Rip, if I'm not mistaken. So they was like, all right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to have Dan Southworth film last. This way Austin don't see it and Austin can't be like, oh man, I could do it just as good as him or better. But yeah, let's keep it going.
I believe that lessons like humility are important. That's why I'm not a big MMA fan. Not that these guys aren't martial artists, not that they're not incredible. Some of them are true athletes, some of them are incredibly capable. But I hate the big mouth that is attached to it. That's not how I was trained. That's not what I was brought up and taught was important. You know, if you're gonna have a big mouth and be a fighter, you should be
the order promo up in this bitch. Look, this is the Power Ranger movie that if they could Will Smith all the Power Ranger fans, they would, but they can't. And when it comes up, it's like a sore subject for all parties involved.
In WWF, if you're gonna be a martial artist, I think you ought to have a little discipline and humility. That's the way I believe. It's the way I was trained. So I was taught you use this to protect your loved ones. And that's what you use it for. Yourself and your loved ones. That's it.
Hey, this is some good thumbnails for me.
And I was 18 years old and I was dating a very cute little.
Oh, this is the story. This is the story, guys. And I don't even think Answer kept this in here, part of his thing. But this is the story where he beat up 4 non-black, non-brown white guys. And they tried to sue him because he was white.
Little blonde. I took a wrong turn in LA, ended up on a bad part of town. And
hold on, let's read this together. Austin St. John, born who cares, where has been a martial artist since he was 5 years old and holds a 2nd degree black belt in Taekwondo, a 1st degree black belt in Judo, and also practices Kinpo Karate. That's how we would say. He like karate.
I went into the store to get directions. It was 7-Eleven.
His birth name was Jason Geiger.
And all of a sudden,
and he played Jason on Power Rangers.
The guy at the counter is looking over my shoulder, and his eyes got real big. And I turn around.
St. John's last Power Ranger appearance was in the 10th anniversary special episode, Power Rangers Wild Force.
And a van had pulled in next to my car, and they busted out the window with a tire iron.
Forever Red.
They were dragging my girlfriend out through the window, and they were going to drag her into a van. And there was 4 guys.
This story is just comedy gold, man. Just like, you can't even write this shit. You can't even write it. No one, God himself was like, damn, Austin, this is a fucking phenomenal story, man.
I don't remember getting to the door. I remember going through it. And I remember guys swinging tire irons and chains at me. And I cleaned them up. Hardcore. And in the end, I was white. They were not. So naturally, they tried to sue me because I was white. And thank goodness for the videotapes, because the courts all saw that I was attacked. They came after me, and the fact that they weren't white didn't matter. And needless to say, my girlfriend had deep cuts all the way down to her back, cut through her dress where they drug her through the window. And it was a bad day. But that was the first time I'd had to use it in school when kids jumped me, but that was the first time I'd ever had to use it in a situation where I was truly worried for.
Bro, those tapes don't exist. The courts would have used that footage to arrest the guys who broke a tire iron through the window and dragged her out the car and scurried up her back.
Someone other than myself. So, hope none of you ever have to deal with that, but if you study, hopefully you'll be prepared for the day that you do. Yes.
What do you do nowadays?
Well, I retired from combat medicine.
I just go to cons, man, and in about 5 years, I'm going to try to scam the government.
And fire medicine. I came home from the war in 2014. And
you see, he came home from the war? You mean you came home from Kuwait? You came home from one of the safest military bases in the world? Oh, man, he came home from the war. Oh, man.
Didn't know much about the convention world. So Walter Jones, who'd been in it for years, was like, hey, you should meet my agent. Come check it out. I said, yeah, that'd be neat. People shooting cameras instead of rifles at me. That's a change I can live with.
Wait, people shot rifles at you, Austin? People shot rifles at you? On the base? I tell you, man, in his mind, he was Hacksaw Ridge, man. He was Hacksaw Ridge. Paint rifles? The war, he probably has PTSD? Stop it. Stop it. I know you gotta be joking. PTSD? He said people were shooting rifles at him. He was in Kuwait.
Well, I retired from combat medicine and fire medicine. I came home from the war in 2014. And I didn't know much about the convention world. So Walter Jones, who'd been in it for years, was like, hey, you should meet my agent. Come check it out. I said, yeah, that'd be neat. People shooting cameras instead of rifles at me. That's a change I can live with, literally. And
you know the crazy thing is, right? He came home from the war in 2014. The internet says the war ended in 2011.
So I came back, come check it out. I said, yeah, that'd be neat. People shooting cameras instead of rifles at me. That's a change I can live with, literally. And so I came back and I was reintroduced to the love that you guys have instead of rifle. I didn't know much about the well, I retired from combat medicine and fire medicine. I came home from the war in 2014.
Came home from the war in 2014. I don't know, man. They said the war ended in 2011. It's the Iraqi war. I mean, don't quote me on this. All you military brats. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that I'm just going by what the internet say.
And I didn't know much about the convention world. So Walter Jones, who'd been in it for years, was like, hey, you should meet my agent. Come check it out. I said, yeah, that'd be neat. People shooting cameras instead of rifles at me. That's a change I can live with, literally. And so I came back and I was reintroduced to the love that you guys have for the show. And you guys really are what brought me back into the industry today. So now...
Nah, it was that money, Ninja. It was the money. He was making like 25 racks a weekend coming back.
I started filming The Order in 2 weeks in Los Angeles. I just finished a movie with John Schneider last October that'll be out later this year called Tres Leches. It's a comedy. I play an incredibly stupid cop.
We got to find that Tres Leches movie With Austin St. John, man. Like, we got to find that shit. We have to.
Facing 3 incredibly stupid teenagers that think they're going to drive to the Philippines for 50 cents a mile from Baton Rouge. Anyway, so it's really funny. And that'll be out later this year. I've got another movie called A Gift of the Heart that I'm putting together. John Schneider will be in that one with me. I'm talking to some other casts. And that's a drama. And we talk about discrimination. We talk about cancer. It's going to hit you in the feel goods. If you have any compassion or a soul.
All right, I found the Tres Leches.
Tres Leches!
Fucking Austin St. John, man. The more you look into this dude's life, you'd be like, what the fuck is going on, man? You'd be like, what the hell? Free Vid, my new movie, Tres Leches, official trailer, Austin St. John.
Tres Leches. I did a film. It's a comedy. Great crews, great film crews with John Schneider. He's got his own studios on his property. Dukes of Hazzard. He was the tall blonde that was always driving the General Lee.
Yeah, they didn't show that Confederate flag though, huh?
Smallville, playing the father. The film we did, I played this.
Oh, that was my ninja from Smallville? Hey, hopefully he stopped drinking and driving, man.
Father. The film we did, I played this super stupid cop.
He's like, hey, we need you to play yourself, but this time with a badge. I wonder what his brother think. Ain't his brother like a cop? He probably watching like, Henry, shut the fuck up, man. Put me out here, cuz.
His own studios on his property. Dukes of Hazzard. He was the tall blonde that was always driving the General Lee. Smallville, playing the father. The film we did, I played this super stupid cop with a wife named Itzy. If you get my drift.
that was the fan word promo? Oh, man. Fan word been doing bad shit for a while, huh? They music just annoys my soul. It does. All right, sorry.
Shall we say, practices quite a bit of infidelity in this film. And I come home from work one day as a cop, and we're having a moment in the bedroom, and I'm super,
ew.
Hey, welcome. I'm back. Yeah, all right there, Itzy. And she's half asleep and calls out a name of another gentleman.
I've done that before. It was bad. Nah, it was like, hey, she was down there doing her shit, her thing, and I was like, oh, such and such, and she was like, I was like, oh, my bad, yeah.
Tonight at 8, right?
Pizza tonight.
We're doing pizza. Just like every night.
We need to actually do something with our lives. We could go on a road
What's this, like the Wish version of like Super Bad?
trip. We are Tres Leches.
My cousin
I told you.
needs a car delivered to him, and he's willing to pay.
What the hell was that?
And how exactly can I help you?
We've got like
He got some cocaine in the tire. Here go Austin St. John. We don't really care about Austin St. John part. How we never seen this movie?
some bitch. Tres Leches.
What the fuck? What's that?
Which way they go?
That away.
Oh God. Tres Leches starring Austin St. John trying to play his brother. With the shoestring budget. The best Austin St. John movie that only about 5 people saw. Got who did he say? Who was he promoting? Some Schneider guy. I'm gonna be in the movie. He gonna be in my movie. Like ninja. What movie? The Order.
Like Jay's my ass more like 3 rubber dildos.
Okay. All right, let's finish up the interview, and then we got one more, and then we out of here.
That movie's gonna put a tear in your eye. It's gonna be pretty intense. The book, A Gift of the Heart, is available on Amazon Prime right now, so you can find it there. We hope to start filming, if things go the way I would like, in March. So I'm looking forward to that. I have a huge program that I'm getting ready to announce later this year on autism. We just had some nice.
Damn, man. Shout out to everybody with autism.
meet you, buddy. I'm glad. We're going to take care of you, too.
Okay, I have autism, and I'm glad to meet you again.
Well, you too, buddy. We just had somebody donate 200 acres to us to build our facility on, and the first facility is going to be based in Columbus, Ohio.
200 acres, Ninja? 200? Where them 200 acres at?
And I spent 16 years in emergency services, and there are a lot of people that don't understand, A, what autism is. They don't understand the difference between autism and Asperger's.
What was that, Brent? Oh, man.
They don't understand that there's a spectrum for autism. High functioning, low functioning, and a whole variation in between. And what does that mean? And I still hear people say...
That means if you're on the spectrum, join FanWork, $18 a month. I know it costs just as much as HBO Max, but trust me, the entertainment is there, guys.
Pretty hateful things because they don't understand what it is they're encountering. So my number one goal is to get information out there on it. Let people understand, because everybody knows somebody, for the most part, that's in the spectrum somewhere.
True.
So we're going to put information out. I've been asked to sit on the board for... we have the world's best autism researchers.
Wait, Ninja, no. You've been asked to sit on the board for who? Who? Like, don't have me in one of these audiences. I'm like, hey, what was the name of that dojo? that would have been the first one.
So we're going to put information out. I've been asked to sit on the board for... we have the world's best autism researchers.
See, look, he just like, I've been asked to sit on the board for... lie alert. We have the world's best researchers. Like, nigga.
There's nobody better. And so we're getting ready to put that program together. I'm going to make announcements on it later this year. We'll build a one-of-a-kind facility. We're going to put together technology that is currently available but has never been utilized for people with autism in order to provide them with some of the consistencies that they might need in their day-to-day life.
Where? Oh, God, man.
So that's just the beginnings. Just the beginnings. It's going to be
It's very early stages, guys. Very early stages.
Global effect. I also have an animated series that when I get more spare time and another me, I'm going to go ahead and produce and put out there. So I've got...
Where's the animated series at? Like, all these things that he was promised, did he deliver on any of them?
Several other movies in various stages of production. One called Gideon's Frontier, another one called Survival's End.
Survival's End. Oh, God. You guys remember Survival's End, guys? If you don't know, Survival's End never came to fruition. It was a Indiegogo. It was an Indiegogo where the money was collected, but y'all got nothing. Nothing in return. In Indiegogo. Some say it inspired. Some say it inspired Karen Ashley's The Order. He's like, wait, you can get $12,000 from the fans and you don't have to put out a movie? Yeah. Really? Yeah. All right, you're shitting me, right, Austin? No. Here we go. This trailer is so OD too. Oh, it's so over the top. Watch this, man. Just watch it. Just watch it. Just watch it.
Hey everyone, my name is Austin St. John. I wanted to personally welcome you and thank you for visiting my crowdfunding campaign page for my new feature film, Survival's End. The film is going to be an action-packed, edge-of-your-seat thriller about what happens in the 2 years after an uncontrollable Ebola virus strain invades the United States. New York has fallen. 90% of the world's population is either infected or dead. The government has instituted martial law and worse, death squads to purge the existing...
Death squads coming in, ringing the bell on ninjas. Shout out to Emperor Zero Gaming who says, Henry, I watched the anime Red Ranger Adventure. Oh, salute. Link it to me. Link it to me. I watched the anime Red Ranger Adventure. Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Population. Humanity is on its head and nothing is as it seems. It is my character's calling to provide some semblance of security and peace to the survivors of the worst plague in world history.
Hey, this one he was hot like fish. He was like, damn, you making $25,000 a weekend? Yeah, let's put you in a movie. Let's get you on this campaign so we can collect the money from your fans.
You remember me as Austin St. John, or Jason Lee Scott, the leader and original Red Ranger of television's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. But what most of you don't know is that after a very successful film and television career, I went and decided to serve my community and my country as a paramedic with tactical medical operations training. Then I chose to do it again, overseas in conjunction with U.S. military operations. I spent years training, preparing, and learning how to apply countless survival skills in the field. Skills necessary for all of us to make it home alive.
I know Austin probably watching like, damn, here we are. I forget recording this shit, man.
It was that career path which prepared me for my upcoming role in Survival's End.
Oh, God. Real survival techniques. When I was in Kuwait, I had to learn how to survive off of eating maggots and extrapolating water from the air.
Survival's End is another exploration into edufiction by multi-award-winning producer and director Daniel E. Springett. The survival skills that
Daniel E. scamming ass ninja, man. What the fuck, man? How are people falling for this, man?
You will see in this film are real. They are applicable in real life or death situations. The characters in this film, like myself, will have a moment to choose the right survival skill that will have the right or the wrong effect on their ability to survive. The Blu-ray DVD will offer education.
Blu-ray DVD Ninja. Oh, man.
Content as well.
He trying to sell you on his Kickstarter. Unfortunately, 187 people bought into it and sent $12,000 collectively. So it had to work on at least 180 people. Like, God damn, Austin.
Well as bonus commentary supplied by myself as well as a team of survival specialists. The film crew take actual, real-life survival skills and have managed to wrap them into the film that you are going to watch.
Wait, did he say Blu-ray DVD player? Let me see, man. I hate to go back and torture y'all some more, but we're all tortured souls here.
Skill that will have the right or the wrong effect on their ability to survive. The Blu-ray DVD will offer...
I did say the Blu-ray DVD. Meat Hooks caught his ass. The Blu-ray DVD, man. This guy's a certified idiot, man. I kid you not. When they lined him up for the PPP stuff, they was like, we got one. We fucking got one, guys. There was like, no way. This guy is dumb enough to get this loan and fucking send us 80% of it. He trust me, man. Just trust me. They're like, no way. They're like, nah, man. Trust me, man. This guy's dumb as box of rocks, man. He dropped out of high school. He thinks he's some fucking superhero because he played 130 years ago on TV. He's the perfect target. Okay, we're gonna line his ass up.
Gotta get my bag and run.
He's a moron. But man, this is. Are we gonna get away with this? Some dude was like, "Trust me, bro. He gonna send that money."
Like myself, will have him.
He don't even know the difference between a DVD and a Blu-ray, man. He's cooked. He's cooked, and you see those commercials where it's like, "This your brain on drugs." Is your brain? Is your brain on drugs? It's like, this is your brain, and this is Austin St. John's brain. I just can't, man. I just can't. It's like just watching them. You just be like, I'm in complete and utter awe that he made it this far in life with the level of intelligence that he has. I'm just like, I'm blown away. His Zach has probably done saved his goddamn life. Like, look, man, Austin dumb as a box of rocks, man. I know I hate JDF, but we got to get this fool to sign autographs and take pictures, man. He couldn't do anything else, man.
Moment to choose the right survival skill that will have the right or the wrong effect on their ability to survive. The Blu-ray DVD will offer educational content as well as bonus commentary supplied by myself as well as a team of survival specialists. The film crew take actual, real-life survival skills and have managed to wrap them into the film that you are going to watch.
Help bring our vision to life, man. Just be like, dog, I'm in a bind. I need some money. Just say that shit. Be like, look, man, I'm in a custody case. Show that you truly in the custody case. Show your lawyer receipts, and people will help you out. You don't have to fucking pull the Karen Ashley or the indie. Where we at? The Indiegogo survival's end bullshit to, for people to help you, man. If people rock with you, just be genuine with them. But you can't. You can't. You just can't. Sometimes being genuine is the hardest thing to do. Especially like if they like an inauthentic person. You like, damn, man, can you just be honest? They like, no, man. I've been lying to myself. I've been lying to my mom. I'm been lying to the people. They think I got an apartment. I'm in a fucking halfway house and shit. I don't got no lease. I'm stunting on them. My podcast coming soon. My movie coming soon. Join my spot fund. And by the way, don't drink the Kool-Aid and fuck you, Henry.
Get your money up, not your funny up.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Okay, I think we got like 30 seconds of this, and then we got like one more interview, but it's way shorter.
So I've got a lot of projects. What I need is about 40 employees and the ability to pay 40 employees.
40 Hey, remember he put down, he had 20 people working for him, and then he wanted to hire 10 after the PPP shit went through.
So
after 30 days, I was going to pull off the interest on the PPP loan, and I was going to hire those 10 people.
But then I can do all this work I need to get done so I can get things produced. I've got some faith-based films that I'm looking to put together. I've got all kinds of stuff. So the list just goes on and on. I'm going to do work with the Juvenile Diabetes Foundation. I'm doing work with cancer foundations, lots of stuff like that. So people come to me because I've got 16 years in emergency medicine. I've got 2 degrees in medicine.
16 years in emergency medicine? Did he say 16 years? Oh, 16 years?
Work with cancer foundations, lots of stuff like that. So people come to me because I've got 16 years in emergency medicine. I've got 2 degrees.
Holy shit, 16 years in emergency medicine. When's this fool's birthday? When is Austin St. John birthday? When is his 16 years in emergency medicine? Okay, maybe. I guess maybe. By 2017, right? Let's see. 26. He was, whoa. By 2017, at 2000, he was 26. 42, 43 in 2017? Holy shit. This ninja, oh, maybe guys, maybe. We got to check the certificate.
Degrees in
see if it's active.
Medicine. And I'm not just a guy that works in front of a camera. So I do a lot behind the scenes that I don't really talk about.
Okay, man. Okay, guy. Now here is one where he's with Johnny Young Bosch. And I know it's like 46 minutes, but it's only a couple clips that we have to talk about. One being his Middle East experience. So we have more Middle East hero talk right here.
Back Zio, I did Forever Red. I was asked for Super Mega Smackdown. I can't remember what that one was. I was overseas for the war at the time, so I couldn't leave the Middle East to come shoot an episode. Excuse me, guys.
Hang on, guys.
Bullets are over there, Band-Aids are over there. I'll be back in a week.
Can't patch you up this time.
Yeah.
Hey, same story, huh? Now this one is actually on his. This was from 2018. Posted by Austin St. John.
Yeah. Hey, just stop bleeding, all right?
Story sound familiar?
The good news is all bleeding stops eventually.
Yeah, shout out to the women out there, huh? Man, let me give y'all some advice. I'm going to give you some real solid advice. Listen closely. This advice could save your life one day. Never trust anything that bleeds for more than 3 days and does not die. Just remember that. All right, let's get back to it.
You'll be all right for a week. Anyway, so yeah, I've been asked a couple times, but I've been either otherwise engaged or I told them no. So we'll have to see. If they do it right, I think any of us agree. If I'm going to come back, it needs to be done right. I'm not going to sit at the end of the film for 3 seconds with a camera in the air. So I think all of the cast, any of us from any season, deserve a little bit more than that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. All right, let's hear him talk more about I think Answer was like, look, man, we really got to hone in on this Middle East talk. 2420. All right, 2420, about to talk some more about the Middle East.
A lot of work to keep you guys busy. You guys are demanding, you know that? I'm just saying.
Yes. Yeah, so as someone just starting off their professional career, what's something that you guys learned while you were filming the show or working that you would give for advice to other people who are just starting off?
As actors?
I'm an engineer, but I kind of just in general.
You a sound engineer?
No. Mechanical, but.
Oh, okay. You need everything perfect.
Yeah.
This is crooked.
When you have a line, face the camera.
You mean in general?
In general.
Starting
in
your career?
So it's like,
Wow.
there's a lot of people in here who kind of grew up with the show or are in their early 20s or.
Right.
So it's like, what's some advice that you would give to people who are starting off and like, kind of some things that you learned that are in general?
Man, I think, definitely if you can, try to find something that you're passionate about.
I mean, this is solid. I mean, yeah, sure, keep going.
If you can get paid for something you enjoy doing, I mean, that's just the best, right? That's what you want. And then also, if you're going after your career, whatever that career may be, try not to get tunnel vision on that. Do that thing, but then keep your eyes open because maybe something else is going to come along. You know, acting was the only thing I was focused on, and then eventually it was like, well, I don't know if it's there anymore. And then voice acting showed up, and then that's become the bulk of what I've been doing.
Yeah, man, Johnny Young Bosch voice acting, he's goated in the voice acting industry. And I think a lot of people wish they had the success he has in the voice acting industry. And I believe Devil May Cry now on Netflix features him and the late Kevin Conroy.
So just be
right?
aware of the other opportunities that are out there.
I've had a lot of different careers. I mean, exactly like what Johnny's talking about. I started out as an actor by accident. I wasn't even an actor. I got that job on a $20 bet. And here I am. I mean, so since then, I've been a firefighter, I've been a paramedic, done combat medicine, tactical medical operations, security. I've been a bouncer, I've been a bartender, I've waited tables. And there were a lot of times where I thought, oh, I can't believe I'm doing this is crap, or other times where I thought, this is amazing, can't believe I'm doing this. But at the end of the day, all of it's added up to make me who I am. And, we are all the sum of our experiences. So if you can remain open-minded, I think, and just try to stay positive. If you can't be positive, you can't expect the world to keep you positive. So,
okay, Austin, I can get behind that.
Plenty of people out there in the world that will tell you, no, you can't, no, you can't. Heard a lot of that my whole life. And I'm a member of the Squat and Watch Club. Tell me no, I can't. I'll tell you to squat and watch.
Squat and watch. Okay. Anonymous said this basic ass speech.
So, just stay with the program. This could be a t-shirt. Well, I mean, in sports, you tell somebody, take a knee or squat on the sidelines and watch the play. So that's kind of where it comes from. But train. How you train is how you perform. Those of you, any military?
Here we go.
Wow, nobody? One. Okay.
He always tried to pander to the military, man, like he been up in that bitch. You know what I'm saying?
How you train is how you perform. You learn other things when you go through training, like slow is smooth, smooth is fast.
I love that slow is smooth, smooth is fast thing.
And what that means is if you're rushing through things, you're going to do it more than once. Well, that's not fast. So if you do it slow and smooth the first time, you're going to be done a whole lot faster than you are if you got to do it 5 more times. So patience, open-mindedness, and train, man. Train hard. Don't train halfway, train hard.
Train hard.
Is there any martial arts or any moves that you guys kind of passed off to one another, like from Billy?
I love when he get asked the martial arts question. I wish they would just ask about his belts.
Jason, or anything like that, just kind of back and forth. Or ever had any time, like, oh, Billy just wants to learn how to do the tornado kick or something like that, or somewhere like kind of cross mingling, making somewhat of an MMA kind of setup.
Well, I don't know that it was MMA, but I mean, I could tell you when I came on. I mean, I was strictly martial arts. I wasn't really a tumbler, so a lot of stunt guys were incredible tumblers. So was David Yost. Amy Jo was pretty damn good too. But I can remember getting together with a lot of the martial artists, the stunt guys, and I had, of course, I had seen martial artists who could do all the martial arts and, do all the crazy acrobatics with it, but I'd never seen it in person. So I got together with stunt guys and then Alpha Stunts. Those guys, I think they spend more time in the air than they do actually on their feet. And watching these guys do a lot of things definitely changed my perception and helped me grow, and I definitely learned from them. As far as, if I taught them anything, you'd have to ask them, but it's kind of what we were just talking about. I soaked up everything I could from everybody, always, and I still do. So.
Yeah, I mean, same thing. I trained with the stunt guys quite a bit. I trained with Jason Frank. I trained with Steve Cardino. I still train with Steve, actually.
No one ever trained with Austin? You see that?
But I don't know if you mean like on set or anything, if we traded off any moves. I don't think that ever really happened. We all kind of brought our own, whatever our...
Johnny Young Box speaking so low.
You had to be a martial artist or a dancer or a gymnast or a mix of those. I think that's really what separates our series from the rest of them now.
It almost kind of went away.
They got powers and stuff, I think, at one point.
Somebody was showing me a clip of some of the more recent episodes. I don't know how recent, but there was at least 6 seasons in there. And they were showing me what the fights had become. And I thought, wow, what happened? Where did the fights go? Which maybe that ties into where the fights went for the new movie. They just don't exist anymore. But I think, what Johnny was saying, we all had our own approach to what it was we did. And I think that's why we all got hired, because we all had a different angle on things that were supposed to intermingle in their own way.
I mean, I wonder what his life would have turned out if he never got in Power Rangers. You got some people who is just going to make it no matter what. Even if they didn't get this, they're so good, they're still going to make it. I wonder what his life would be like if he never made Power Rangers. But let's skip ahead to, I guess, props being taken off set at the 35:24 mark. All right. Here we go.
Yes, hat.
When y'all were filming, after it was over, did y'all take any kind of props or any kind of trophy you got stored away, your man caves or anything?
Did you steal anything from set is basically what he asked. I think Austin St. John has his, does he have his suit or no? Or a suit?
Do I look like that kind of guy? What are you trying to imply here?
Hey, we might have some stuff, but
we didn't steal it.
So,
trying to is this incriminating? Are you a cop? Is this guy a cop?
Little did Austin St. John know he would be a felon. Should be by the June, April. Yeah, by June.
His last question. What was your, you talked about favorite villains, what was your favorite, one-off villain? Episodes where you'd introduce a villain and by the end he'd be, Megazord, like drawings under the Megazord.
Make my monster grow. That's another quote. That's gonna be another T-shirt. Maybe.
Him and his T-shirt ideas, man. First, a Monster Grow T-shirt. Now we got Hitler. Not too recently.
With an arrow. How many people would buy one? Come on. Yeah. That's it. Next week on my website.
I don't know. I just don't see it. Maybe I just don't get it, guys.
That's harder actually because there's so many of them.
I think the one-off that drove me nuts, like I felt, that we had this team of writers and they all got together and they sit down and, God bless them because they get A's for creativity across the board for coming up with monsters. But I feel like there's this one episode where they were just like, all right, guys, same thing we were doing. We've done 60 episodes in the last 10 minutes and, drool's running down their face. Creativity is waning and they're like, we're out of ideas. And they're like, come on, guys, we just need one more monster. One more monster. Just come on, guys. And the one lady who was running late for the meeting, the writer, comes in, sits down. She comes in with a coffee, sets her purse down on the table, and all the guys go, that's it. Because they turned a pink purse, zipper and all, into a monster. And Rita made it grow. And What do you say to that? I remember being an ADR and just they're like, you get the.
Y'all want to see the purse monster? I found it here. It's called Purse Head. Boom. There you go. Right here. Purse Head for y'all ninjas. There you go. Purse Head. I mean, it looked like a pocketbook, but hey, he said it was a monster. Oops. Got a little turned around.
Headphones on, they're like, beep, beep, beep. And then I'm supposed to drop my line, and I'm dropping all my lines, but I hadn't seen the monster yet because it's cut in and around. And finally, there's this blip where I have to watch this big pink Pillsbury doughboy looking thing or dough girl looking thing fight the Megazord, and I was just like, wait.
Oh, is
and
it?
They're like, they got to rewind. They're getting frustrated because they've been there all day too. And I was like,
is it the impersonator? Is it the impersonator? Is it right here? Is the impersonator? All right, guys. It was the impersonator, according to Austin St. John's description. ASJ thinks he's funny. He's fucking hilarious, right?
What the hell is that? Because all the episodes run together for us because I don't even know what episode I'm filming half the time. I'm just like, here's my lines, got it. And they're like, oh, this is the such and such. And I was like, what's the zipper? And they're like, oh, it's a purse. And I'm like, come on! Come on, this is what I'm reduced to? I'm fighting a purse now? How many of you are married?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You're all fighting the purse monster too. And I bet you love every minute of it like I do. Don't kill me, honey.
I mean, he got a wife out there, man.
All right, so
she's watching, by the way.
I know.
Kelly, what up, girl? What up? Are you watching tonight or what? You in the chat? Put a 1, Kelly, if you're in the chat. Let me know. Let me know. All right, the last part, the last segment.
I wasn't talking about us here.
All the other purse monsters.
Yeah, those other purse monsters.
Yeah. All right. The last one is this one. I think I've covered some of this before, but not this specific. Hold on. Not this specific segment. David Yost happens to be there. Brent's favorite ranger.
I might have to block you. I probably do.
Let's hear it out.
With your casual clothes, and you have to rehearse for that. You know, you have to be prepared for the shoot. So how well? A lot of it was actually. First of all, thanks for coming to my.
This is because they were all signed to Zach Taylor McGinnis, the biggest JDF hater walking the earth.
Y'all, it's really good to have you guys here. My question is, you know, we're talking about the fighting in the suits, but a lot of it was actually you guys doing the fighting without the suits, like with your casual clothes. And you have to rehearse for that. You know, you have to be prepared for the shoot. So how well or how bad did it go when you guys were actually rehearsing? Like, were you hitting each other for real, or?
Not when people were looking.
Great. Well, well, you know what, I think for me personally, that was the funnest part of the show for me. It was like, I love being, you know, somebody who does martial arts and being physical and flipping and jumping and kicking, and it was a challenge to put it all together. And, you know, Zach had his own form of karate, hip hop, keto, so I had to dance while I was doing all that, and that was pretty crazy. But there were times where we would put together fights and we didn't have a lot of time. It wasn't like, you know, in a movie or, you know, in a large production, you usually get like a week to put together something like that, you know, and you rehearse it for camera, and then you shoot it and it's perfect, you know. But for us, it was like, okay, so you guys are gonna be shooting a fight scene this afternoon, and we have like 15, 20 minutes to put something together. Even when we were fighting each other, it was like, all right, so we're gonna do this and this and this and this and this, and all right, here we go, let's shoot. And it was like, quick, go, go, go. And there were some times where like he'd be throwing a kick at my head and I didn't duck. And luckily for me that he's a martial artist, because he would stop the kick and go, whoa, you should have ducked. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, or
It was that moment of silence where it was like my foot stopped, he saw it, we saw it, and we both just went, shit.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it again.
Let's try that again.
I mean, these guys. But I guess David Yost is about to call out Austin on lies at the 11:26 mark.
So, I mean, it was cool that we were able to put all that stuff together, and it was a lot of fun.
I remember watching Dave set his stuff up with gymnastics, and this guy like flipped master, and you wouldn't have known it in the first few seasons because they were trying to keep it on the DL, but like Olympic gym.
They were trying to keep it on the what? They were trying to keep it on the what?
I remember watching Dave set his stuff up with gymnastics, and this guy like flipped master, and you wouldn't have known it in the first few seasons because they were trying to keep it on the DL, but like Olympic gymnast, this guy was sick.
He was not an Olympic gymnast.
Looked like it to me.
Don't start rumors.
He said.
I was a competitive gymnast, yeah.
Competitive in the Olympics.
I might have to block you. I probably do.
And we know, she said, yeah, David has receipts.
I was an Olympic hopeful. We'll leave it at that.
Okay, all right.
All right, and I think the last 11:34, he talks about the Middle East. I'm telling you, his whole shtick is pandering to military vets.
Good question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, so I know you hear it a lot, but I just want to say thanks for being here. You guys were such an inspiration for my childhood, and I kind of want to piggyback on the last question. So part of the reason why I got into gymnastics and dance was watching the Power Rangers when I was small. I wanted to know if you guys still pursue martial arts, dance, or gymnastics, or at what point did you stop and do you kind of miss that?
Okay. I still dance. I've stopped dancing. Well, I still dance hip hop. You know, I still gotta rock it out a little bit. But, anyway, so I still dance hip hop, but I moved on to dancing salsa. So salsa, Latin styles. I love that. I'm a world champion salsa dancer. You can look me up on YouTube, Walter Jones, world champion. Anyway, you can do that.
It is true, he is a world champion salsa dancer, though. It's not capping.
Besides that, I'm still studying martial arts. I actually took some classes with Steve Cardenas, the Red Ranger from Mighty Morphin, and doing BJJ, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's pretty tough. I like it.
Hey, that shit didn't help him at Six Flags, though.
And I went on to pursue, I got a black belt in Hapkido after I left the show. So still training, but not as often as I did before. But yeah, definitely still dancing and doing martial arts, and flipping, not so much, except for in the pool.
Am I up? Well, I'm 45. So
hey, these ninjas is old.
I don't do gymnastics anymore. I kind of gave it up after I left Power Rangers.
But he's got guns.
I got some guns.
He's got guns.
I mostly run, hike, and lift weights. But flipping, I had my day with that. I will tell you that I did audition for a commercial about a year ago, and they asked me to do a flip, and I thought, yeah, no problem. And I went to do a flip, and I smacked my head on the cement. It's all good. It was caught on camera. And I said, can we please do that again? And so they allowed me to do a second take, and I nailed it the second time. But the first time I was like, oh God, if they put that on YouTube, I'm going to be so embarrassed. So far I haven't seen it. So, it pays to really keep practicing is all I'm trying to say.
All right, let's see. Backflip right here.
He ain't Hector David Rivera. Oh, speaking of Hector, we do got Hector doing something.
Austin.
Martial arts, I got to tell you, for the last at least 4 years, I've been overseas in the Middle East, and not really a lot of places to practice over there. It's not like you walk into downtown Kuwait.
I thought he was training people, man.
And find too many places where you can study without.
But you see, he was at Kuwait. He was at Kuwait. Not Iraq, not Afghanistan, Kuwait.
Maybe them not appreciating me because of my color or religion. So I didn't practice a lot overseas. There were guys on base that I'd spent a lot of time with. It was more what they call in the Army, they call it combatives. So I worked with some of the soldiers, we did combatives. And it basically was, it's another version of MMA with forms of grappling, and things are tied into it. Except that it's designed for not really competition. It's designed for another side of life. So I had some fun doing that, but I haven't been adamant in practice for quite some time. I've been in medicine, I've been busy with that, and now that I'm back, I'm healing up some injuries, and I'm hoping to start maybe yet another martial art, because I love them all. And while I certainly appreciate many people who spent their whole lives in one or two, I have martial arts ADD. I need to be in as many as possible.
No, my goodness, man.
So I'm thinking about Wing Chun or Wushu, going into some of the Chinese side of the arts, and letting a little Asian guy kick my butt.
It's a movie where they talked about like Wushu. Actually, I think he had like Jet Li in that joint.
I learn a lot while he does it. So I love to practice. I appreciate all of it, and I just don't know what I'm going to study next. I love it all.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
All right, that concludes the "What the fuck is Austin St. John talking about" segment on this channel. For me, what did you guys think was probably the most outlandish thing our good old boy ASJ had to say? For me, the 23 different martial arts, him beating up 4 brown guys at the gas station, him training special forces in the police force at 17 at his dojo. It's like, where do I start? That was an hour and a half of the craziest things that Austin St. John ever said in an interview. Share the video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Show the shrine for a little bit. Oh gosh. Whew, the LinkedIn information. Oh man, let me see. Do I got it still? Where's it at? Where'd you send the LinkedIn information? Was that Discord? 17 years in emergency medicine. Where did you send the Austin St. John LinkedIn? Let me see something. Give me a second. Let me see. LinkedIn, Austin St. John. Somebody said show the shrine, just a few. I know it's like my time, y'all, man. The big house. Okay, let me check that big house. The big motherfucking house. Where we at? Boom, 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 boom. Okay, all right. Cool. Let me go through. So we do have Austin St. John's, his LinkedIn history, and it's all about to be on your screen in a second. Once I find it, I'm over here doing a death scroll. Through it. Oh, I got it. All right. Austin St. John. Here y'all go, guys. I mean, this LinkedIn, take this ish with a grain of salt. All right. Take it with a grain of salt. Don't take it serious. One, you shouldn't take it serious because of Austin St. John. And two, now that we showing his LinkedIn, his publicly available LinkedIn, this ain't like, this is nothing like paywall or anything like that. Austin St. John, open link. Oh, man. All right. I think we got enough. All right. Here is Austin St. John's. I guess is a copy of his LinkedIn. CEO, St. John Enterprises, experienced independent contractor with a demonstration history of working in management consultant industry, skilled in disaster medicine, Microsoft Word, disaster response, pediatric advanced life support, emergency medicine, strong profession with, strong profession with AAS emergency medicine, focused in what the fuck? NREMT paramedic from Warrington Community College. Meet me in Atlanta. What else do we have here? EMS captain of operations, ASG Kuwait, 2010 to 2014, 3 years and 7 months. Acting division chief in Kuwait for 2 months. Oh gosh. What else do we have? Command captain of operations for a year in Kuwait. Medic. Middle East. Oh gosh. 6 months Middle East. No way. No way. Oh man, St. John Enterprises. I can't look like, what the fuck? So I see you're a medic. Where at? Middle East. Oh man. Oh my God, man. Oh man. 4-time CEO. Independent contractor. From New Zealand to the Middle East. I put Middle East again. Oh shit. Austin, you clown, man. Captain of emergency field operations and personnel. Another position in the Middle East. Look, someone need to pull up his resume and be like, hey, can you point to Middle East on the map? we need to know for clarification where the Middle East is. Oh man. They say don't lie on your resume. Just put Middle East. What else? Innova Community College in emergency medicine. We need to, I ain't gonna say it, but you know you can get the 3.7 GPA. This is cap. This is cap. This has to be some cap. 3.7 GPA. Put Middle East. No way, Austin. We need to see the transcripts or no shot. We need to see the transcripts or no shot. And all that did not add up to 17 years, right? Yeah, of emergency medicine. He can't even read. Oh man, 3.7. Oh, no way. No way, Austin. We don't believe you. American healthcare CPR instructor. AED. I just recently had to do this for work. There's like, hey Ninja, all y'all need to learn how to do CPR and do a AED. Now this incident command system, anyone could do this, guys. This shit's 100% free. I've done it when I first got like a different job. It was like, hey, when I first became an investigator, it was like, hey, you got to do this shit. 100, 200. It was way more. I did like 4 of them joints. Advanced medical life support, rope rescue, confined space and rope rescue. I mean, I had to do confined space entry training, but coaching the emergency vehicle operator, or CEVO, like emergency vehicle, like was they just like picking some shit off of like a thing? ASG Kuwait DPW, Kuwait local fire authority. He was a fire marshal for Kuwait in Kuwait, and an EMT in Kuwait. Come on, man. It's like you lie your application a little bit, but like this, you drawing too much attention, son. You drawing too much attention. He like, I was the EMT and the local fire warden. Oh man. Oh my God. IS-75 military rescue, more incident command systems. 300, 400, 700, 800. It's just tell you the framework, like, you know, it's like a triangle and it starts at the top and shit, you know, for the incident commander. What else we got over here? National Registry 2017 paramedic, more paramedic. Virginia EMT, Department of Health, tactical medical operator, and this is it. But this fucking Middle East shit, where is the Middle East? Medic. Hey, where were you a medic at? Middle East. What the fuck? Hey, you were the captain of operations? Yeah, where at? Well, it was in Kuwait, but I just put Middle East. Oh man, we're answer. What did he say? Oh man, that part is true. He changed out batteries from smoke alarms. God damn, man. God damn. Now it is 8:00 and I got a meeting at 9. Normally I would drop the link in this situation, but I think we good on the link, right? I think y'all understand. Whew. New one. There we go. Someone said, show the shrine. All right, let's show the shrine. Link or the shrine? Which one you want? Link or the shrine? Half the people watching are ninja watchers, yeah. And crackhead minions. Oh my God. Oh, link for answer. All right, answer, you want to cam up? I could do a link for answer. StreamYard. Just for answer, since he put together all this with the timestamps. You know what I'm saying? Someone said shrine. All right, we're going to get the shrine up. Because I got a pee too, like Jesus. All right, let me go through the shrine. Someone said, oh my God, chef. What chef say? Looks like Shay is just someone. Damn, man, my camera all messed up. I gotta fix it. I was messing around with OBS and invite, copy. And here's the link for answer if he wants it. Not for anyone else. Answer only. All right, so ninjas, if you click that link and you not answer. Shrine. Where do I start at in the shrine, huh? Where do I start? Normally, Chad hit me with A, start right here and go down. I swear to God, man. I shouldn't be swearing to God on the Sabbath. I shouldn't, right? Where Chad? Chad with the message A, start here. Hold on. Fucking Chucky. Chucky in history. He is in history. You want me to pick some of the best ones that I see in the shrine? Let's go all the way to the bottom. Oh, look at me. Looking like modern war Negro. I swear me and that ninja be looking alike. Give me 1 second answer. I gotta do some stuff. But anyway, what's on everybody's agenda for the Wizik? I don't know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Maybe I'll make a stop before work. Maybe I'll do that. What the fuck is this? Why y'all do me like this, man? Who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Man, y'all be playing games, man. What the fuck? What the hell? I know my mom and grandma gonna be looking at this like, what the hell's going on, kid? What are you doing? Like, what are y'all doing? What are y'all doing online? Why they got you looking crazy? Now, Ninja. Now, Ray, I said the link was only for answer. And this ninja back here. Like, Ray, come on, man. Ooh, I like the Undertaker stuff. Give me a second, I'll show y'all. Acknowledge me, you know what I'm saying? The Kool-Aid joint. And these fucking idiots. How much shrine did I need to show, Cayenne? How much shrine? Damn, man. People blowing me up right now. Oh, at least start here. Oh, cool. Wait. Yeah, I started there. And I went down. I actually like this one. I'm just going the quick death scroll through. We do got Austin St. John. 5-star General. Sky Rican in this bitch. But this is the one that Tony Blackheart did. God damn, he put some respect on my name. He put some real respect on my name. All right, I think we got him on. All right, Lego. All right, so I'm going to go through the shrine, then we're going to bring up our board answer. This one is tough. This is tough. This is tough. Shout out to Tony Blackheart. It's all good, Ray Zero. This is the hilarious. Guys, Friday's stream, epic. That's what happened when you walk in the lion's den and we sleeping. You got to let sleeping dogs lie sometimes. You know, like just because you see me live. My money mindset group meets at 9:00 and we talk about content creation. Just because you see me live, don't be on no bullshit and fuck up the live stream trying to one man the show. Because we got him straight the fuck out of there. Shout out to Modern War Negro, or the Black Hokage, if you know. But I guess that's supposed to be me. Shout out to Francis, you know what I'm saying? They got Francis looking exactly like she look in real life. RIP to the GOAT. What the hell is this, y'all? What is this? Who is this? Who is this? Who is this? What ninja is walking around like this? I was never one of these fashion dudes who like, yeah, I'm gonna wear a dress today. They will really throw me off. Like, ninja, no. You will never catch me wearing no fucking dress. Talking about for fashion anything. Nah, dog. I'm on my Terrence Howard shit. I'm a man. That's what we really should be talking about. How Terrence Howard had to. What happened to Answer 06? He was in the back. Ninja, what happened? I'll click the link in a few. Wanted to see the shrine. Okay. What the hell is this? You would never see me painting my nails. You would never see me with no merce. Never see me in no dress. Nah. I like this one though. I like this one. I like Henry Zuckerberg. Mr. Steal Your Girl's data. God damn, man. Hey, I didn't have to steal her data. She gave that shit to me. She gave it to me, dog. Who the hell is this? Who is this? Mark Herman? Harmon? Okay. We look ready for Fashion Week. Yeah, I have to talk to Chad about these. Now we cooking. Now I can show these to my daughter and she'd be like, Daddy, they look like you. I'm like, that's my brother. She's gonna be like, you got a brother, Daddy? There we go. Now we cooking with gasoline and shit. You know what I'm saying? Here we go right here. You know what I'm saying? This is where we should have been. Acknowledge me. This is where we should have been. Acknowledge me. Hold on. Did it play loud enough? Acknowledge me. There we go. You know what I'm saying? No, it's the Undertaker again. Sorry. All niggas with long hair don't look alike. All right, my bad. Yo, these thumbnails, Chad has produced some really, really good ones. Really, really good ones. If I was like more popular and I didn't need Austin St. John on the thumbnail to get people to come into the live stream, I would use them, in all honesty. But here we go. Oh, man. You know that ninja watching. You know she watching too. She like, damn, man, I done fell off. She like, I done fell all the way off. You know, she went from looking like, where's the clip? She went from this.
You know what? It's a little chilly.
She was like, damn, man, look at that. Look at that, cuz.
Go grab my food. I'll be right back. Woo. Yeah. Where were we?
That's funny.
What?
That's my dad.
Hell of a transformation, man. Hell of a transformation. Life come at you fast, man. Come at you real fast. One day you getting one day you on the couch about to get tossed. And the next day you got your super simp out here trying to say you're not a scammer and how he gonna put out a video showing how a good person you are. And then that ninja gonna go ghost. Cause like one or two things happen. She probably hit him up like, don't just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. She probably hit him up like, yeah, I did that shit. Wait, what? I did that shit, man. No, no, you didn't. I did. I just wanted the money. She had to get to the money. Running game on them. And then obviously right here, you know what I'm saying? She not even out her 20s, and no kid. Put a kid in that, she'll be floating in the sky on opening night. Anywho, shout out to Austin St. John. Oh man, salute him. 4-star general, you know what I'm saying? This is what happens, guys. You too could rank up in the military just by serving time in the Middle East. That's all you got to do. Just serve some time in the Middle East. Put Middle East on your resume. Put Middle East on your LinkedIn. Be like, you know, what were you? Oh, I was the fire captain. Where at? Middle East. Middle who? Middle East. Oh, all right. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. And then here go me. just coming to crush everybody, ripping out souls. All right, answer. Hit that link. I think we covered. I mean, somebody obviously faked me out with an OnlyFans. Why they do that, man? I thought about it though. I was like, I could do faceless. I'm like, we could do faceless. You know what I'm saying? I won't show my face. You won't show your face. And we won't do it under the Henry Resilient name. Trying to hit you with a business opportunity over here. All right. We split it 60-40 my way because I'm going to be doing all the editing. Maybe 70-30. Like maybe 70-30, depending on how intense it is. Were you selling your sugar daddy? I almost read that. I almost read it. All right, you ready to answer?
Yeah, I can't cam up. I'm at work.
Okay. All right. What did you think of the whole Austin? What did you think of the whole Austin St. John? He said what?
Man, all that pandering to the military. He was disappointed there was only one service member or veteran in that crowd, so he couldn't talk his shit. Let's see. He kept mentioning Kuwait a lot, but I haven't heard nothing from Iraq. I've been looking, can't find nothing. So how did his buddy get shot again?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
So anyone who goes up to Geiger should sit there and ask him, what's his friend's name? Because every friend that I've lost in the military, I know their names. I can tell you off the top of my head their names, their age. I couldn't tell you the exact date they passed, but I can tell you the year.
Okay.
All right. For him, it's just sad. And then if you look at his LinkedIn stuff, none of that adds up to 17 years. Can you put up the one image I sent to your Instagram? Is the very last one about his EMT his paramedic certification when it expired.
Give me 1 second. Did you just send it to my Instagram?
I did.
All right, oh shit. Hold on. Where are we at? All right, we're right here. Okay. Give me 1 second. So I gotta go up and find it.
The very last.
Yeah. All right. Holy snap, you have it. Holy snap. Holy snap. Hold on, guys.
What happened?
It's a certain way I gotta bring it up. I can't just show it because it'll show my whole DMs. So I have to, what the hell? I'm trying to open Steam. So guys, what he sent me is his paramedic registration. Hold on, I gotta get to a spot where I can successfully get it up. It expires soon.
It already expired.
Well, yeah, it expired in 2017. And I'm about to show it to you guys right now. Open link. Share. There we go. So what is this and why is it important?
All right, so that's his national registry for EMS. So that NREMT thing that you referenced earlier, that's the national registry for EMTs. So the provider level that he's at is a paramedic. It expired in 2017. It doesn't show what state he was licensed in or what state that he practiced in, but it shows that he was nationally registered. He let that certification expire in 2017. But now if you go back to his LinkedIn, when did he graduate EMT school? Does he put it on there? I don't think it adds up to 17 years. That con that he was at was in 2017. So, cap.
Let me see. When did he graduate? I got to go through it. I don't remember which one off the top of my head. Um, Warrenton College, I think, studied medicine. Is this it right here? Warrenton Community
Yeah.
College.
hmm
2005, I guess, would be his graduation date.
So 2005, 2005 to 2017. How does that add up to freaking 17 years?
It doesn't. It doesn't, man.
I'm not a math expert, but damn.
I mean,
And to be a good paramedic, you need to know math. Because if not, you're gonna sit there and delete your patients. I would hate for him to administer medication to me. Because to administer medication, you need to know the patient's weight, the gender, and then the volume amount of medication that you're gonna prescribe. Like, say for instance, if it was morphine, if I sit there and give them too much, man, I could sit there and delete that person.
True.
So he's not good with math. So I wouldn't trust him with any medication administration. Just saying.
I don't, to be honest, I think Cayenne said it. He was most likely handing out Band-Aids. I can't imagine him administering any medicine.
Yeah, Band-Aids, taking vitals, or sitting at the fire station not doing anything, and then when they do the monthly checks to check batteries at all the tents in the living areas, maybe that's how he was a fire warden. He was just checking the fire extinguisher expiration dates and checking off the battery.
Yeah.
Yeah, pressing them.
Man.
Or if you hear a chirp, swap out the battery, check the fire extinguishers, make sure they're in the green, and then that was it.
So what's
when was he a shooter?
Go ahead.
So when was he a shooter in the Middle East?
I don't know.
All this shows that he was just a firefighter paramedic.
Yeah, when he said,
and then this is the part.
Go ahead.
This is the part where it confuses me. So Austin, if you're listening, Geiger, if you're listening, I did a FOIA request with all the major contractors that was in the Middle East, and only one of them said that you was employed with them, and you was a station firefighter. So I'm kind of confused. Yeah, I did some digging.
You dig, bro.
This has been an ongoing thing for the last 2.5 years. I've been doing some digging, and only one company claimed you, and yeah, you worked at the fire department for a contracting company, and you did not directly work for DoD. So that's the part that I'm more conflicted about. I don't understand.
Do you think this will sway any fans?
I don't care. The truth is out there. It's out there. If they're swayed, they're swayed. If
this will get clipped,
if they still decide to support him, hey, good on him. The government will get his money, get their money back, and then us taxpayers will feel a lot better.
True. Well, answer, man. Thank you so much for putting this together. Sorry we couldn't get to it Friday, but I wanted to make sure we double backed. And
stuff happened. Hey, I hope you got a chuckle out of that $20 donation. You said donate to the church, so I did.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, man. You be safe out there, all right?
All right, we'll do. You guys be safe. Have a good one.
All right, peace. All right, that was Answer 06, guys, sponsor of tonight's stream, and the person who actually put together all the Austin St. John timestamps for the stream. And shout out to Chef Maku, who says, you can't bullshit a bullshitter. Well, Austin St. John been bullshitting people since the beginning of time, man. And he made hundreds of thousands of dollars pandering to people in the military by saying silly things like, oh yeah, my time in the Middle East, I left, the war in this area, instead of just saying, yeah, I was in Kuwait, I was on this base, we never got attacked, I never carried a sidearm or anything like that, So, with that being said, guys, thank you so much for all y'all support. I still got to edit the Chucky video. But that should come out, I don't know, tomorrow. So much content backlogged, so much stuff I didn't get to. All that stuff. I got to try to get some food. I got 30 minutes before my meeting where we're talking about content creators going broke tonight in the money mindset. Man says he lost $60,000 on his YouTube channel. I think I saw that video, but it's something to do like Shout out to all my content creators out there. Do me a favor, like the stream, share the stream if you enjoyed it. All that good stuff. And I will see y'all Wednesday with Katana story next time. Oh my goodness. Deacon Frost, I knew it. You knew what? You knew what? Answer 06 is right. I mean, that's the thing. Hopefully, the best thing you could do is just spread the word. That's all you really can do. But I'll see you guys on Wednesday or Thursday with the juice. All right. Peace, love, all that. And I'll see you next video. Adios, amigos. I won't be in Discord tonight. I need to be watching White Lotus season finale and not in this goddamn meeting. That's for sure. All right. Peace.